What is it? When's Friday?
Why do you start talking before we're even on screen?
What?
No.
Oh.
Happy Friday, everybody. I'm still full. My chest kind of hurts. I ate too much yesterday.
Way too much. Honest Psycho, how are you doing today?
Are you as full as I am? Still recovering from overeating, unfortunately.
Yesterday we celebrated
my
dad's birthday, and to celebrate we went to an all-you-can-eat and got a warning message to not eat too much because we're also gonna have cake afterwards at his place.
Yes, my family, to celebrate a birthday, decides to go to an all-you-can-eat restaurant that serves
everything.
There's starters,
a Mongolian restaurant,
main dishes,
really nice food,
entrees. It's a Mongolian buffet. That's what they call it. It's basically a Chinese restaurant, but they have this thing where you can pick items, and then you give it to the cook, and then they prepare it for you, and then they bring it to your table. It's a thing. So
Mongolian wok.
So we went there, we ate, and I told Tifa, remember, there's gonna be cake. And Tifa was like...
But they have like, at the dessert thingy, I don't really care about all the cake they have at that restaurant, but they have like these, what is it? Fried...
Baked pineapple rings.
Oh yeah, baked pineapple rings and baked pudding balls. And
yes.
Those are to die for. Honestly, I would skip the entire buffet and only eat that.
But I wouldn't let her.
I mean, yeah, that. So of course, I have that as dessert, thinking, you know what? I can take cake along home. Like, I cannot take this with me.
Tifa ate her own body weight in just the desserts. Which I understand, they're delicious.
That's a bit overreacting.
Okay,
half. Eat that much.
Half.
I had 3 pieces.
Half.
They're not these size rings, you know. So then afterwards we decide to walk home. They take the car. Yeah. Like after half an hour they want to have cake. All good. I'm passing because I am way too full.
After an hour.
Was it an hour?
It wasn't. It might have like felt like time was warping around you, but no.
It always is when we're with your family.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of skipping on the cake because I'm way too full. Then your dad was all disappointed.
Yes. My dad made 2 cakes. 2 cakes for 5 people.
That's actually not too bad because usually your family does like 3 cakes.
Yes. Also, give me that pen. You're gonna click around and you're gonna make sounds. And here, go play with this broken hammer. Thank you.
But at least we had tasty food, but it was too much.
I still ate 2 pieces of cake.
Yeah, but you kind of skipped on the dessert at the restaurant.
I had a very moderate amount of desserts. I only had the amount of desserts that you would get as if you were to order them off a menu at a Chinese restaurant here.
Then I tell the rest, like, oh, why don't you still have like one of these pudding balls, for example? They're like these small balls, really good. And they're like, delicious. No, we have cake after this. I'm like, but you pay quite a hefty sum for the food here. And the cake you can eat later.
It makes no sense.
Maybe that's something in my mind. I don't know. I'm not saying you need to eat 7 plates.
No, eat whatever makes you happy, you know, but if you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet that has everything...
Like, I wouldn't hold back for that reason.
Why not eat everything? Like, at least sample it. Like, if it looks tasty to you, eat it. But for some reason, my family always been like this. Because
I just go to a normal restaurant, though.
Yeah, but even if you go to a normal restaurant with them, for like any occasion, like a birthday or something, usually somebody makes cake. My grandmother, my dad, somebody makes one. At least one, because I don't know. But when you go there, we eat.
Otherwise 2.
And there's always the same question. Do you still want something? Do you want dessert? And my answer is always the same. No. Like, I would love to have dessert here. They have tasty looking things, or it looks nice on the menu, but I wouldn't order them because I still have to eat cake with you guys. They never really understood this, I think. And
I mean,
don't
double
get it
cake is not too bad either, but if you then can't eat the cake because you're full, everyone is all disappointed at you for not eating the cake that they prepared.
Psycho, I would totally send you the cake, but I don't think it would arrive in a still edible condition. Doubt it, unfortunately. I've never seen a cake being shipped.
Yeah, a lot of cakes are shipped.
Do they?
Yeah.
You underestimate my power. Listen, I would still eat the cake if it's just crumbled or mushed together. I mean, cake is cake,
It doesn't
right?
need to look good as long as it tastes good.
Exactly. It won't look tasty when it comes out.
But you know you have services that ship cake, right?
Do you?
Yeah.
I had no idea. Is
How do
there
you
a bird
think?
outside that's dying? Do you hear that too?
I hear the bird, but it's the same one that's always on the tree.
It sounds like there's a parrot outside and it's fighting in a war. I don't know if a microphone picks it up. I hope not.
I don't think so.
It sounds really weird. I hope whatever animal this is, I hope it's okay. I don't think that's a human. Weird.
But on the bright side, it's Friday,
Yes.
it's weekend, and I'm looking forward to it.
It's been such a long day. The first of a month, usually in most companies like mine, also means that you have to do all the bookkeeping for the previous month. And it's also part of my job to take care of some of these things. And it's not that it's impossible to do. Like once you know what you need to do, it's easy, you just need to do it. But I'm glad the day is over. It's thank fuck Friday. Oh wait, yes. Psycho, wasn't it your first full week back at work now? Or has it already been 2 weeks since your vacation is over? I forgot.
Last week, Thursday, I believe, or Wednesday.
How long has it been? Have you first full week? Ha! I remembered something. How's it
work
feel?
in an office, need to do stuff with my hands. It is much nicer. I prefer working with my hands too. But now after 12 years of office work, I'm too used to it, I guess.
Like whenever we had like project work in school and I had to do anything like crafting stuff with my hands, I was always miserable with that. Like I like the idea of doing something with my hands and then seeing that I've made something. I don't have the patience and I don't have the skills. Like
you can tell very easy, by the way, not on stream, but these hands are really soft.
Yes.
Like there is no, what's it called in English?
No calluses
on it, nothing.
Yeah. I've got office hands.
He has princess hands.
I've never done an honest day's work with my hands. No.
Like my hands are a bit rougher than yours are.
I also moisturize regularly.
I always thought that was really funny.
I just don't. Like, I understand like woodwork. Like when you cut the wood and then you put it together. I understand the concept. I also understand the whole thing, like measure twice, cut once. And I remember in like middle school, we all went to this workshop kind of place. And I got the assignment to make a ping pong paddle. Like, you know, the thing that you used to play ping pong with?
We always had to like cut out animals and stuff.
No, we were a bit older, or too old for that, I think. But I've done that, and in the end, I mean, it had the rough shape of a ping pong paddle, but I don't know. It was oddly shaped, and it hurts your hand. I don't think I have it anymore. Otherwise, I could show you. It hurt my hand playing with it for longer than 5 minutes. Like I didn't file it down to be rounded to actually give you a good grip. It was like 2 pieces of wood like this, and then a longer piece of wood, and then the paddle, like all glued together. And then I was done.
It works. All you gotta do is hit a ball with it.
I might as well have made the same shape out of Lego, and that would have been more convenient for everybody.
Also, I'm not making fun of your super soft hands. I'm just
it's fine.
Still really funny.
I didn't take it negatively. I have very soft hands, but like sometimes I hurt myself opening a jar. Like of anything, because my skin is too soft. Like, yeah.
fuck wood. Learned machinist, metal is more comfy for me to handle. I can
nice.
understand. Like the first thing you kind of think of when working with wood is splinters. And that already makes me...
No, the first thing when I'm thinking about working with wood is hot glue. And no, not the way you're all thinking, people on the internet. I'm talking...
Wait. How else can you take hot glue talking about wood?
It's okay, Tifa. I remember distinctively when, like, ever since we used like hot glue pistols at school, sweet son, yeah, she is naive and innocent.
I'm missing something.
I will explain it to you after the stream is over, because I like having this account, and it gets graphic. Okay. Anyway, I distinctively remember multiple times losing lots and lots of surface skin on both of my hands because I would hot glue my hand to a surface, and not on purpose. Not on purpose. It just always happened. And like even when I tried to use minimal amounts of the hot glue stuff so that when you press the things together it doesn't squish out and get on my hands and burn everything off, it still did. And I don't know how it works. Hi Martinard.
Have fun.
Be back later, but no promises. In a Zoom meeting, have a good stream. If not, thank you very much. Hope your meeting is gonna be awesome. Say hello to everybody.
Worst case, just tell them you have a meeting with us.
Exactly. There are some European people who require your assistance. Jack the proto-climate gluer. Oh, I don't know if that's a thing ever. I need to explain this for everybody who isn't German.
Proto-climate gluer?
Yes. In Germany, we have these people who are... the common term for them currently, which to me sounds negative, is Klimakleber, which is like a climate gluer if you translate it literally.
It didn't start in Germany, did it?
I've never seen it anywhere else. I could be wrong. Not only Germany now? Okay. For those of you who've never heard of them, it's a group of people that decide I want to protest companies and countries, politicians not doing enough about combating climate change. So I'm gonna block roads and streets and highways. And I do this by putting super glue on my hand and then sitting down, hand down, on the street or highway or whatever. It's very effective because this person will not move. They can't. They would need to cut off their hand. Or you get the police. Sometimes they cut around the concrete around the hand and then they have this like block of concrete on there. I think there's also some like solutions.
Honestly, I would leave them like that.
That's not possible.
I understand.
They hold up the entire traffic.
I mean, after you got some concrete loose, and just leave them with that on their hand. I'm fully against protests, by the way. I'm fully with protests.
I'm against standing up for what you believe in and for your rights and for the survival of civilization.
I also fully agree that things need to change, and it's mainly the bigger companies that need to do something because you, as a small person, can't really make that much difference compared to the multi-billion-dollar industry. But the only people you have with this are the ones wanting to go to work, because it's my bus that is stuck.
Needing to go to work. Not wanting to go to work, needing to go to work.
But at those moments I kind of want to go to work because I'm annoyed that I'm stuck in a bus that cannot move because someone blocked their way.
I'm afraid I get it. Like, for years now it's been said, oh well, if you want to do more for the climate, just vote for it. But even, at least in Germany, I feel like even if our Green Party, which historically is the one that is like all like, oh, we need to fight climate change, we need to do all of these things. I agree with them, but they get more votes and then nothing really happens. So like, if you do vote your conscience, and then still the people that promised they would change things don't change something, what are you left to do? Like, I get the frustration, and now they shut off nuclear to replace it with coal. I'm not an expert on this.
You should fly less.
I'm not an expert on this, but from what I understand, it's a bigger issue here. Because at least one nuclear power plant in Germany wasn't fit to be used anymore. It would need to be turned off anyway. But the idea of turning off still fully functioning power plants that are overall better for, at the very least, CO2 emissions versus then turning back to coal, yes, you put it the way I would too, fucking morals. It doesn't make any sense. Plus, like what you said, like for years politicians here and I think everywhere was like, you should fly less. You really need to think of your carbon footprint. I'm getting paper straws. I don't buy bottled water anymore. I'm trying to do what I can. That means nothing if every big company in the world doesn't do anything. Case in point, what was the number the other day? Taylor Swift's private jet per year causes more emissions than her fans do in their entire life.
I mean, that's everyone's private jet. One flight is like what you can do in a full year. Not even. You need several years to make up for that 1 hour flight.
I'm sorry to be the one to say it, but fuck everybody who has a private jet. Like, not because of like jealousy. You paid for it, I'm sure, but do you need it?
I mean, you should do things you are comfortable with doing. I fully agree, everyone should do that. But it's kind of a hard thing, like politicians tell you to do this, but then they don't do it themselves. Kind of reminds me of during the pandemic in the Netherlands. The royal family told everyone like, oh, don't go on a vacation, stay home, stay inside, don't go out at all, and don't fly any of that. Be responsible.
Think of the other people. It's not just for yourself.
1.5 weeks after that speech, the whole family went on a trip to Switzerland on their skiing vacation. And then of course there was like this whole outrage, like you're telling the entire country to stay home, do their thing, and then you turn around and go immediately on a vacation. So
on taxpayer money.
Well, they're always on taxpayer monies.
Yeah, but it adds insult to injury.
I mean, it's always like they say A, but they don't do A.
Like it feels weird because I feel like the very, very understandable reaction is to then just go, well, fuck it. If you don't do it, I don't do it either. But I don't think that's the right way. Like, the statement isn't incorrect if you ask me. But just because when the people that preach it don't do it themselves, that doesn't invalidate that what they... I mean, it's not them being correct, it's but what they said is correct. Like... Should I try to reduce my waste? Yes. That's not a bad thing, but we should all do it. Not just me and you, but also companies and politicians.
Well, I feel like you shouldn't be banned to fly.
Nobody is banned from flying.
You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. You shouldn't be shamed into not flying when there are currently companies pumping toxic waste into the water.
I mean, those are things that take it a bit too far.
Yeah.
Are there things that are easy to do, like, I don't know, not throw away your trash on the street? Something everyone should do, then yes, you can absolutely do it.
Be more conscious of what you're doing and what you're using? Yes, we all could be, or we all should be. But it takes everybody, and that includes big companies.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Regardless, it's Friday,
yes.
And I'm not gonna spend my night.
I'm warm.
Going into this too much.
I feel
wrong
like
platform.
This is a perfect platform. There's no wrong platform. The only wrong platform is if you're currently filming this inside your private jet.
We even have it as a rule.
Which we're not. We have what?
We even have this as a rule that we wouldn't really talk about these things.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Let me check my own channel rules real quick, because I do not think so, Tifa.
I know I don't have to ask, but may I lurk here without getting bullied? We shall try to keep the bullying at a minimum.
There is no bullying.
I'm just kidding. How you doing, Miffo? Thank you for the lurk. Appreciate it.
Tifa, we have 3 rules.
Oh, we took it out. No. We had politic talks in there once before. Too.
Yeah, and then we got rid of it because I was the one breaking it.
Yeah, true. You kept bringing it up.
Be nice, just be nice to each other. That's easily done. Second, no advertising or self-promotion.
Advertising.
Please. Exactly. Exactly. Advertising is fine. Advertising isn't. No, you get what I'm saying. I can't speak. No racism, sexism, homophobia, or any hate-based chat. I think those are all very easily done.
Yeah, that's true.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinions. That's
How
fun.
are you warm? It's exactly the same temperature as here. I am not warm. I'm kind of cold. I should have made myself a tea, but I didn't. And I don't even know why I didn't.
Usually take a shower right before the stream. So I think that's it, honestly. I didn't shower cold. I usually don't shower cold. I think I'm just like all heated up from taking a hot shower. And I'm like sitting in front of a camera, so my blood pressure is already a little bit higher. And I'm talking about politicians, which is like a aggravating topic.
I had chicken skin before we went live.
You had goosebumps. Come here, I'll warm you up.
Fine.
This is me
in English.
giving my body warmth to Tifa in the most stream-friendly way.
I do have to say you are very warm.
I'm a pretty hot guy.
Go for 2 and 3, but number 1 gotta go.
No, that's not. Thank you for your feedback. It's been taken into account and discarded. No, we will not take that up. Basically.
What's everyone's plans for the weekend? Like
Do we have any?
I'm kind of divided.
Oh, here we go.
Like I still didn't start watching One Piece.
I know exactly what she's
gonna
gonna say.
Thingy, and yes, I will absolutely watch that. So Jack even said, "Oh, don't watch it Thursday. We're gonna watch it Friday." So I've been waiting the entire time to then watch it today, and then he goes like, "Oh no, I want to go for a walk," and then there's no time.
I'm sorry that I worked an hour overtime. Sometimes it happens. I didn't do it on purpose.
We would have still had time to watch an episode if you didn't want to go for a walk. So once again, couldn't watch it today. Didn't even start it. So I'm planning on starting tomorrow morning. Maybe as punishment, make you get breakfast.
You will get it with me. You will not be that lazy.
And then after that, maybe fight with Jack on who gets to play Baldur's Gate. I think that's going to be my entire weekend.
I will just play all night after the stream.
And then on Sunday, we go repeat.
Doesn't sound bad.
I kind of like that plan.
Be fake nice is fine. But nice like in True Spirit, that's kind of hard. That's why it's a rule. That's the bar of entry. Only nice people allowed. Exactly. It's only pretend to be nice. Nah. See, here's how I'm thinking, right? So, if your entire life, listen to this. If your entire life, you do nice things and you act nice, then you're nice. You know what I mean?
Are you sure?
You are what you do. So like if you spend your day picking up bees on the street to put them into a plant, and then you compliment people like, hey, job well done, hey, good to see you, how are you doing? And then you generally do nice things. That makes you a nice person. You might not consider yourself a nice person, but you are nice. So, is it really fake nice when you're being nice? Just because you don't feel like you're actually being nice? Or are you actually nice? And now I'm saying the word so many times it's losing its meaning.
Well, you're not nice. Breaking promises left and right. I gotta watch an episode of the One Piece live action. Did anyone even see that, by the way?
Being nice to be rewarded or to not be put in timeout is not true nice. I think you and I might have a very different opinion on what being nice is. It just means don't be an asshole.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of that simple to me too, actually.
Yes. Somebody comes in here and starts going like, oh, fuck you, goodbye.
Hey, you do that all the time.
But with... different. There's context.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you have the kind of people, especially on Twitch and YouTube and stuff, that go into like someone's stream or like on someone's video or like anywhere.
Oh my god, you suck. Why do you do this? Who are you? Why are you talking to me? If you don't like it, don't watch it.
Like, why you even bother?
There's a whole other internet out there. Fuck you, man. See, I know how that's meant. So,
like,
no, still
I would
nice.
say half off to X, not Twitter.
I just
Basically.
say don't be an asshole. That's in there too. See, we thought about this. But being nice, nah. Well, them's the rules. If you don't want to stick to them, then can't force you. Talking about nice things though. Tifa, would you like to remind us all what happened the last time we played Zero Escape Virtue's Last Reward?
I can absolutely do that because it's not that much. We are
Oh, here we go.
still playing
gonna be
Virtue's
good.
Last Reward. We started with agreeing with terrorists named Dio.
Yes.
He was blackmailing us to pick ally in the AB round that was going to happen, and we actually
game.
the AB
yes.
game, AB round, AB game, it's the same, which was going to happen, and we did in order to save Quark's life, already knowing that that would mean that Dio was going to betray us and basically kill us in the process. Which
And that's
is
what happened.
exactly what happened. We got killed in the process.
No, before anything really happened, before Siggy was about to pass out, to be continued.
I think you can kind of take that as a we did.
Nah, there's gonna be some ex machina thing at some point. But we don't see that yet because to be continued.
I still kind of assume someone found the gun with the cure against the poison that's going to be injected in us, and someone comes like, oh,
immunoglobulin, something like that.
and
We
go
had
like,
found it
oh,
previously.
we have this. We're on. We have like 39 minutes to save them all, and then go like, oh, we're alive. Woo! And now we kill Dio, and that's going to be the end. After that, we did a jump back. Did the whole. Oh yeah, we jumped back, like further back, because we already did the other
We
round.
went back to the time of the second puzzle room being chosen.
Yeah, after the first AB room, and decided to team up with Tenmyuji again.
AB game. There's no first or second AB room, it's always the same room.
Round room game. And decided to team up with Tenmyuji again, who we have also been with in the first puzzle round in this.
When he had
rank.
betrayed us in this flow.
And now we're hoping he's not going to. We finished the puzzle room with him, we were in the decompressing.
In the PEC, the pressure exchange chamber.
Oh, nice, you remember that. Very good. We just finished that, we got the cards, and that's where we saved. So,
And what
brilliant.
did we learn in the pressure exchange chamber, Tifa? I like that this is the part of music.
There was a door to go out technically, but
Exactly.
it's welded shut.
We had to put on these hazmat suits.
I think that's details that don't belong in the recap.
There were 8 hazmat suits in the room. 8 for normal sized people, adults, and 1 for a child. Since I believe there is, at least so far, no situation in which Quark ever gets to enter that room, because before he does, he gets knocked out from Soporil from wanting to commit suicide because of Radical 6. I believe
That's
these
not
suits
a recap.
will... Shut up.
Last
These
time
suits,
when I said something like this, you were like, oh, this is not part of a recap,
these
but now you're going
suits
to
will
far.
play a part at the very end of the game when we actually do all get to leave.
That's not a prediction.
And there is 8 suits in total, because there doesn't need to be a 9th suit, because Kay is already wearing it. Or Kay takes us off, but we all decide to kill Dio because he's a piece of shit. And then it works out.
It's not an official prediction.
It's
no,
mine, though.
because one thing he said is mine, and the rest is kind of obvious. Which is also why I'm not counting it as my own prediction.
I don't care. We
Also, this was supposed to be a recap.
also found a super big Zero Junior, Zero the Third blow up doll thing, and that exploded. That was super weird. That was really, really weird.
We need a new name for a recap.
What? Why?
Because it's not a recap anymore if we go into every single detail.
That's literally a recap, Tifa.
No, that's like a recap.
What?
A recap is a short summary of what happened.
Recap. Definition. To state again as a summary, as in to recapitulate. So, Tifa, our streams usually are between 2.5 and 3 hours long if you cut out the breaks. We just described, let's say, 2.5 hours of playing the game in, I would say, 5 or 6 minutes, which is dramatically shorter than the original, therefore being a summary.
I think we discussed this before, but I'm like the 90s movie trailer, which was like 60 seconds long.
In a world.
And you're like the 2020 movie trailer, which is like 6 minutes and tells you the entire movie so that you don't need to watch it anymore.
This is the recurring reminder that if you are Team Jack, you appreciate things like being brought up to speed in case you haven't been able to watch the last part of us playing this game and you're just now tuning in. Hi, by the way, that's perfectly fine. And everybody who's on Team Tifa is basically, fuck you, if you didn't watch last part, you shouldn't be watching this right now. Go watch the VOD or the previous stream when this is on YouTube. Just don't watch this right now. Just go back.
Make the summary so
That's what
long.
you're saying.
Like you just need the main things that happened.
Do you also get mad internally?
Yes.
I noticed, but do you also get weirdly angry when you watch a show on like Disney Plus, Netflix, Sky, Wow, whatever they're called, all of these streaming things, where at the beginning of an episode,
yes,
the recap starts and the skip recap doesn't get shown immediately and you cannot just press a button to skip it? Does that make you angry inside?
That knows, but what I do get annoyed at is when I sometimes watch the recap because I have no clue where the remote is or whatever, I don't feel like skipping. And then they come with parts of 2 seasons ago that have not that much to do with anymore what's actually happened, and then they skip the things from the previous episode.
Tifa, that's because usually the most plot points that were started 2 seasons ago are now being brought up again. There's a point to this.
Doesn't feel like it sometimes.
I tried to explain how a recap works to her multiple times, I'm sorry.
You ready?
Yes, I am. There we go.
Let's see if this time Tenmiyuchi actually will stick around with us.
Exactly. And just to annoy Tifa with one more thing. I wrote down another prediction at the end of the last stream saying that the rooms with the lions mean that this Sigma in that flow is gonna die. Because of Memento Mori, the ninth lion eateth the sun, that kind of thing. That is an in-game like spoiler for the Sigma of this flow. Like, this is not the one where you find a cure for Radical 6. This one's gonna be a bad ending.
I do wonder if you're gonna be correct with that.
Of course I will.
Because he hasn't died yet in all of the routes with the lion.
Because the ones where he didn't, there was a to be continued.
Well, we'll have to rewatch everything.
At some point, yes.
To see if you're correct with that, or at least look it up.
If we can't piece it together by the time we're at the true ending, I will just open like a Virtuous Last Reward wiki and look it up.
Yeah, this should be
Just so I can be right. Is this another warehouse?
Looks just like the one on the last floor.
We just stepped out of the previous room.
There's even a big old door in the same spot where the number 9 door is in the other warehouse.
True, but it's rusted over. I don't think it's opening anytime soon.
No lever to open it anyway.
Every time I'm like, we've been here already. I'm like, oh no, we haven't.
Have we at any point already talked about like quantum entanglement?
About what?
I don't know if that's a pseudoscience or an actual science thing. But the idea of quantum entanglement is you take two atoms, molecules, whatever, I don't know the science. You take two things, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And you quantum entangle them. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's a thing. Okay?
Yeah.
So that means if, for example, you take the right one and you spin it, the left one spins as well.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time.
Yeah, makes sense.
No matter where they are in space. So if they're like this, quantum entangled.
Are we talking about the door or what are we talking about?
Wait. They're this close to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what?
They twist at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I twist one, the other twists two.
Yes.
Now they're this far, the atom, I guess. Now they're this far apart. You can't see this because camera angles. And now they both still twist at the same time. Meaning technically you can transmit information over infinite distances instantaneously. Sorry.
Were you talking about morphogenetic fields again?
Kind of, but in terms of quantum mechanics. Long story short, what if these doors are like quantum entangled? You open the door up there, this one down here opens as well. Or I could have just said, what if two doors open at the same time?
You know, I think it could just be a mechanic where
that
both
if one
doors
door
are
opens, both
connected.
open?
Yeah, that seems so much easier than messing with the
concept was used
atoms.
in Mass Effect to communicate across light years. Thank you. Doesn't make sense even in fiction. Yeah, I mean, if we were to find out that you can manipulate two units of matter instantaneously, irregardless of the space between them, that would kind of break all physics, wouldn't it? But it's a concept I've heard of, and pseudoscience is a huge thing in this franchise, so...
Well, this door probably does open.
I think the whole, well, if one door opens, the other one opens automatically too, is a bit easier to understand. I agree.
Why would one particle know what the other does?
Because of quantums. I don't know. I heard the thing, I was trying to sound smart. I'm just repeating words. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna go with the door is programmed that way.
That makes way more sense, yeah.
I'll go with it.
Well, shoot. We couldn't possibly open that with our bare hands.
Duh. How much do you think that thing weighs?
You'd have about as much luck trying to lift a pickup truck, even if it was unlocked.
Oh, the door unlocked. I was thinking the pickup truck. I was thinking, what does it matter if the doors to the car are locked or not when it comes to lifting the car?
Also, there hasn't been a single route where we actually went through the white doors. Yeah, but not without it to be continued right after.
Correct.
Like, we haven't seen what's behind the white doors yet.
Most we got to do, I think, was step behind them, but then it cut off. Something like that. At least 1 kilogram. I think that might be accurate, yeah. That's 2 pounds, roughly, for our non-metric friends.
Those white doors?
So heavy.
Are they chromatic doors?
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, look at this.
It does say they're locked.
It's one of those things that says lock.
Yeah, just like the ones next to the other chromatic doors.
So you're saying all the chromatic doors for the next round are white?
Yeah, they were different colors before, but...
Guess things have changed for this round.
Good thing we have Fi to explain why the doors are white.
Before we could discuss the doors any further, a familiar robotic voice crackled over the speakers.
Dio said it again.
Yeah. An Ambidex game has been started.
An Ambidex gate has been opened.
Can you skip this?
45 minutes.
Well.
You could. All of that one line.
I could have skipped that normally.
Nice. Speedrun strats. What?
One of the other teams opened the gate early.
What in the hell they do that for? We haven't even started back yet.
Wait, this is the first time Dio opened it early again.
The first time again. Beautifully put, Tifa.
Never mind, White. We just need to get back up there pronto. I'm worried about Quark.
We still have a lot of time though.
We need to hook up with Alice and Kay. The sooner the better.
He said what?
Need to hook up with Alice and Kay.
Yes.
You can.
Thank you.
You can say this in a very normal way.
Nobody uses I need to hook up with so and so in that way. Nobody. No. Okay, Tifa, how many people have you hooked up with this last week?
Well, no one really.
Calling dibs on Alice. Oh, what about Luna, huh?
You've ditched Luna quite fast.
Oh, I only realized the typo now.
Where is Luna?
Dips on Alice still works. It's a different experience for everybody involved, but I'm just saying I've seen people talk about these things as well.
Luna's not mentioned here. But Luna will be there regardless.
I have a strong feeling about that too. Right, got it.
Let's go.
Let's go. What's behind all of these doors?
There's a lot of doors. Also, I have to say, especially in the beginning, I found Clover a bit annoying, but Clover has started growing on me again. Still not my favorite character, but...
Who's your favorite? Mine is still Tenmyuji.
I have a hard time. I do like Tenmyuji, but I feel like over all time, I don't have a favorite, I think.
We haven't played Fuck, Marry, Kill yet, did we? No, last time we did was on Omori.
Oh yeah, true, with
I remember that with the
witch
sea
sisters.
witches. Yeah. But then, for reasons, we called it something different. I forgot what. Yeah, there's a more ratings-friendly name for it, but I forgot it.
I don't think we went with rating-friendly, but...
Yeah, I did once, but then that failed. We returned to a Floor A warehouse to find only 2 people waiting for us.
Dio and... oh.
Kay, who'd gone through the red door. And Dio, who'd gone through the green door.
So all players are back.
We took him to the infirmary. At the moment, Alice, Phi, and Luna are looking after him.
Is he all right?
I don't know if I would describe him as all right, but apparently his condition has not worsened, if that's what you mean. He is still resting. However, we...
Good.
We?
I'm going to the infirmary.
Oh, Tenmyuji,
Stop
please, wait.
cutting people off.
I think after a however, there might be something that you want to hear when talking about...
Yes, also having been in the situation Kay finds himself in right now, when the person is just leaving that you still have very important information for, yell it after them. Good chance they'll still hear it. Or maybe they'll realize you still had something important to say and they stop or even turn around.
I think the distance time thing here might not be enough for that.
If only the message was quantum entangled. Tenmyuji ignored Kay and took off at a run through the yellow door.
Besides, whatever it is, he's gonna find out now. We have like 40 minutes.
He's gone. There was something I needed to tell him.
Well, it's not like it matters. The girls will just tell him when he gets there. He ought to calm down once he's seen the kid.
Can we stop this game now and you just say what you meant to say? Because then at least we will know. Clover and I looked at one another, eyebrows raised.
Maybe they accidentally froze him in the pod room.
Possible.
What are they going to tell him?
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you.
you see,
For real?
It's
For
very
real?
dramatic, isn't it?
What?
They're skipping it.
You found virus medicine in the laboratory?
Okay, so the cure has been found. Oh, are we finally going to use it? Because
Potentially, yeah.
Dio doesn't seem to have it in this case.
Yeah. Please tell me Kay has it.
If anything, Luna has it.
They told them, so I don't think in this flow Dio is doing the haha, I'm actually super evil thing.
I think Luna has it.
yes. Unfortunately, we found only a single vial.
Then we can cure Quark's Radical 6.
So it would seem.
But
Well, I guess we should head over to the infirmary then and see how he's doing. Come on, let's go.
Right behind you.
Why are they not following us?
He should be fine now.
so did we give him the cure or not?
It might take some time for him to recover fully, but the worst is over.
I guess they did. Luna's voice was quiet as she stepped back from Quark. She held an injection gun with an empty vial. Delicately, she placed it back in the cabinet.
Why do I think someone swapped the vials with something?
Just the labels.
It seems like something Dio
Yeah.
would do.
Dio has this rare genetic condition where his urine is actually purple. I mean, it's Dio. He also willingly kills other people in this place, and I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing he's done so far. I'm just saying. Quark had been laid out on a crude cot and was still sound asleep. His breathing was even and his expression was peaceful. He looked like any other child sleeping soundly after a long day of doing whatever it is that children do to amuse themselves. Any trace of the insanity he'd shown earlier was nowhere to be found. That's worse than murder.
Is he really going to be okay?
It would be quite interesting.
I think injecting yourself or being injected with urine will kill you. I do not know. But I wouldn't be shocked if that turned out to be true. Do not Google that, Tifa. Please do not.
I would like to. I think it will kill you. Will.
Use both hands to type, please.
Okay, fine.
She's like,
Urine
this is how she's typing.
injection.
Kill you.
Kill an elderly person. That's what came up first, by the way.
This is something completely different that you found. That's on you, Jack. It's Tifa looking it up. I was just saying words. She's making it a thing now.
Is it safe to inject urine? Some people rub it on their skin, others inject or drink it. There's no evidence urine treatment works and that chemicals it contains could potentially be toxic. Oh,
Yes,
urine
in
injection
an article
kills
where
Bolivian
somebody
woman.
died from doing this. Now close that and let's continue back on the game because absolutely nobody asked, Tifa. See,
Literally someone asked.
with me it
You.
was... With me, it was a haha weird joke.
I mean,
Now,
yes,
now
but
you
the
burden us
haha-
with knowledge.
But the haha weird jokes make you think into the what if and is it possible? And then you want to know the answer to that, and then you go into the rabbit hole.
And everybody that actually bothered to learn could have Googled it themselves.
But I wanted to learn, so I googled it.
I'm sorry, I will try to censor myself. For your sake, because of Tifa.
Anyway, it's not right. I do
Don't
not
do it.
recommend
Don't
doing
do it. Which, however, now that we know that this might kill you, is still in line with the things Dio has done. Dio actively chose to commit murder in the last flow we played. He chose to kill Sigma.
I mean, yes, he did. Yes, he did.
But since apparently he was actually injected with Excalibur, you're in luck.
Sounded like a Pokemon. Excalibur.
You got so hung up on the wrong part of my sentence, you killed my joke.
Because it's the only thing I heard.
Just press a button.
Yes.
Yes.
He analyzed the vial and confirmed that it was definitely Excalibur.
Oh.
Even Luna doesn't trust the guy.
Should have
She
pressed A.
checked.
Should
Thank
have
you.
pressed A.
Thank you. We could have avoided all of this.
Why did you point at me?
Because you will that.
Of course I would Google it.
Now that I've administered it,
The Excalibur should eradicate the virus completely given enough time, right?
Assuming
that
we
should be
all
the case.
didn't get infected.
I am still shocked. No one went like, we should also test ourselves before we give Quark the antidote. What if we're all infected? I mean, that would start a shit show with
Tifa,
one bottle of antidote.
I somehow have a feeling that this whole I will preemptively test myself even if I feel no symptoms is a thing that very little amounts of people do. And it's only a thing in your and my mind because we've lived through the COVID pandemic.
I
where
want to believe
preemptive
before that.
testing became a thing.
I want to believe before that I would also suggest it. Like I said, especially with one bottle of antidote. Choices will need to be made.
I would think no.
That's how you start killing it.
That would have been a good plot point. Maybe it will still be used in the other flows.
Thank goodness.
It kind of happened already in the first flow, where Alice also got it, and then it was like, oh, who are we gonna use it on?
To be continued.
Yeah, and then that happened.
Yeah, what a relief.
Things are looking pretty sketchy there for a while, that's for sure.
I felt some of the tension disappear from my shoulders and I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. We weren't out of the woods yet, but at least Quark was safe. Then Muji let out a long, shaky sigh and lowered himself onto one of the empty beds. He rubbed his hands wearily across his face and I thought I saw the glint of tears.
Alice, you and Kay, I don't know what to say other than thanks.
Aww.
Zero wanted the people to play the game, he would have provided more than one vial.
Yeah, also true. Meaning at least Zero was sure only Quark would be sick.
It could also be a unexpected...
There are no unexpected... Nah. In a world where time travel of at least information is a thing, I still maintain that the OG Sigma Zero planned this and kind of like, what's his face? Doctor Strange in that one Avengers movie went like, I saw 17 million different possible multiverses and only in one of them we get to the true ending and that's the one where only Quark gets infected. So we only need one vial of the stuff. Kind of like that.
Yeah. But if all other people are already immune from the get-go, we already have the antibodies that we need for the experiment.
But we aren't, I don't believe...
I don't think we are immune. The whole point is to get the antibodies.
Maybe in the timeline that wins out in the end, everybody else is already immune.
I mean, that's the end goal.
Yeah, so
But not right
potentially,
now.
you could argue that in every timeline where somebody else gets infected, the outcome is not the true ending.
I don't. I think we're gonna have an infection in everyone.
We will see. I will be right about this. I feel this in my bones.
You saved his life. I don't know the words to tell you how much that means to me.
Oh, please. It was nothing, really. We just happened to be the ones who went through the red door.
Where is Kay? He's not in here.
He's still in the warehouse. Dio and Kay stayed behind.
They went there to wait for you guys while we came back here.
Why are they still there?
Someone should explain what was going on so you wouldn't come back to an empty warehouse.
Maybe they didn't feel like coming along.
So Dio and Kay were the ones who opened the AP gates?
Not both of them. There was only one door open.
Well, we should get back and tell them how Quark's doing. Kay will want to know at least.
We all know Dio don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I nodded and headed back toward the other side of the room. I was nearly there when Tenryuji suddenly spoke.
That's right.
Huh?
You know that memory card we found?
Oh yeah.
This thing?
I already forgot. We found a memory card in the
A
safe.
blue one.
Yeah. I think I know how we can take a look at what's on it. What, you don't remember? There was a memory card just like it that we used to solve the puzzles in here.
Did we?
Yeah,
Oh, at the PC.
he's right.
Oh.
Oh, there, the TV.
Next to the screen.
Oh, yeah.
Should work for this one too.
I don't even remember when we did that puzzle, but yeah, I remember doing it. Oh, yeah. There it is. Right, yeah. Well, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, I want to see what's on it.
Didn't half of our group already ran off?
That's fine. We will tell them what they need to know later.
We always do like these important things or talk about important information when people left.
Yeah, but this way you can stir up extra drama. Okay, just give me a minute here. I slid the card into the slot next to the screen. No sooner had I done so than an image of a waveform popped up on the screen.
Is there an audio file on here?
A waveform?
Is that an email address down there?
It looks like
Turn up the volume a bit.
the Wickle Doodler. A waveform? Why an audio file?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why? Luna tapped a few things on the screen and the bar began to move across the screen. Before long, a voice drifted out of the speakers.
This is Control. How's it going over there?
It's a Rickroll. Never gonna give you up. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Yes, K is actually Rick Astley. That would be amazing.
This is Control, how's it going?
Bet you missed the sound of my voice, huh?
I didn't, up until now, I didn't even know you were a person that lived.
Well, I gotta be honest. It's getting pretty lonely over here, too.
Two of the warehouses or quarantine buildings connected to one another?
Press A and we'll find out.
Feeling kind of like howling at the moon. Lone wolf style. Speaking of which, I'm looking at it right now. The old girl is beautiful.
We are on the moon.
Never seen a moon this full. And that color. Whew. Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh? The moon's this amazing red. If it wasn't so beautiful, it'd be kind of ominous.
We are on the moon, right? That's why this whole thing is happening. Like, this whole conversation only exists really to go like, moon, eclipse, moon, I'm howling at the moon. Like, Blood Moon from Zelda. Exactly. And then suddenly, infinite Dios.
Wish you guys could see it too, but
See?
sorry, forgot.
See?
But technically, if we're on it, we can also see it.
No, you cannot see a lunar eclipse on the moon.
He's not
It's
talking
literally-
about the lunar eclipse alone, he's talking about the moon. He's
Yes.
saying how the moon looks beautiful right now, and I wish you could see it.
Yes. And you don't see you don't see Earth the way you see, like here, you don't see
you don't see
Earth
it that
the way
way,
you see
no.
it from space.
Princess, happy Friday, how you doing?
What she said, how you doing?
But maybe he's gonna go.
You're supposed to be on Mars, aren't you?
So we're
I
on...
said that.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I said it. Moon or Mars or any of these places that humanity wanted to inhabit. Did I write down Mars? Did I do that? No, I did not.
There was literally a moon base as a picture. It doesn't count.
I trust all of you to remember that I said it's the moon or it's Mars. Or
Unless...
any other planet that humanity want to be like, we can
If you said that before it showed a picture of a base on the moon, then I count it.
So, how are Phobos and Deimos looking right now?
Phobos? Dio and Phi?
Those are those the moons of Mars?
The moons of Mars.
The moons of Mars. I was trying to get my phone. Thank you.
Are the names based on?
No.
With them someday too.
No. Nah.
Anyway, over. Hey, something wrong? Talk to me, guys. What? You gonna play hard to get because we haven't talked in so long? Enough jokes, all right? Knock it off. Where are you guys? Is there something wrong with the radio? You're saying everything's green? Well then, what the hell's going on here? Why aren't they responding? No, the video feed's online. Look, you can see all 9 of them, 3 at each table.
What?
What? Someone hacked our feed?
So they're watching...
A still image, more or less, like a video loop or whatever.
So do you think Zero hacked the systems
Yes.
to believe that they were still doing their normal experiment, and now Zero is going off having his own experiments, and it was never supposed to be like this killing game thing?
I still think Sigma, who became Zero, does this to save the world. He's probably a member of SOS.
What do you mean this isn't live? An old clip on repeat? Who would do that? What in the hell is happening here? This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. Please come in. I'm asking you to respond.
We all did.
No, we're frozen.
Oh, thank God. You really had me worried there.
Whose voice was that?
What happened?
6 of us are dead.
Said no, that's not Phi. It's not Alice.
What?
Counting myself, there are only 3 left.
How? Why are...
They were killed.
What?
I guess you could say I killed them. No, that's not quite right. Not just them. Not just these 6. All of them. All 6 billion.
She
What?
Patient Zero?
Soon, I will have killed 6 billion people.
Okay, so
this
woman is patient 0.
Or she was also placed in the experiment to find the antibodies, knows that that was the case, killed off all of these people, and is therefore responsible to never being able to find the antidote, and kills the entire population with that.
No, I don't think so. Patient 0. Yeah. Mars gravity is 35%, while the moon is only 17%. Wouldn't you notice that while walking around, though? I mean...
Sure, they have technology to suppress any of all of that.
Like, we had the clues with like, oh, Alice feels lighter, Quark feels lighter, but also like walking would just be like...
Don't think you would
Wouldn't you, like,
necessarily
bounce?
notice.
I guess it depends on how long your body has been up there, but...
Are you there? Respond! Damn it. This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. We have an emergency situation.
Woman on the radio is Old Dead Lady.
We have an unconfirmed report of 6 deceased test subjects. Deploy rescue and escort teams to the test site immediately. Shit. What the hell happened in there?
I mean, she was part of the previous test group. Or one of the test groups.
Yeah, she's old dead lady.
Yeah, that could be.
You would notice the moon's lowered gravity, but Mars more easy to get used to. I guess, plus, like I'm saying, if your body has been in that like level of gravity for long enough, wouldn't your muscles get weaker because they don't need to be as strong when you walk around and stuff?
Well, it could be.
Is that it?
That is it, because I said we take a short break.
Yeah, let's sit on this for a moment. BRB.
Let it sink in. BRB.
We're back. I pulled my shoulder out.
Oh no, it's just silent.
There's no game sound right now.
I was like, oh, I'm not plugged in, but there's no sound, okay.
So apparently you would notice the lower gravity after like a month. Does that still affect your body if you're in cryostasis? Like if they were in those pods? Or would that not affect them?
I would think it still does.
We will find out at some point. Is that it?
Yes.
What on earth was that?
I think it's more like what on Mars was that? Any ideas? I got only frowns and shaken heads in response. Only one person showed a reaction to... Only one person showed a reaction other than stunned confusion. Tenmyuji. Long after the audio ended, he stared at the screen, deep in thought.
I think that's enough proof that the voice on there is from the dead lady.
Yep.
Do you know something, Tenmyuji?
Yeah, I think I know what that was. It's probably a transmission from the Mars mission test site.
Mars?
He knows about a test site? Okay, say more.
Also, I think we are on the moon and the other group is supposed to be on Mars. We're on different planets.
Oh my god. At first, Bedinses, I thought that's a spoiler maybe. But then I realized the next level punnage.
A patient 0 is required for them to remove the time limit in this Nonary game.
Yes. Get it?
To remove the time
A
limit.
patient 0. Isn't somebody with patience?
Oh shit. That is a pretty good one.
Got me there. Yeah. Yeah.
Big brain moment.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, a patient 0.
Get it, Phi? Bedinses, can you repeat the joke in Latin for Phi, please?
You mean some kind of space travel?
Well, time limit, space travel.
What kind of test site was it?
Did you know that the government is developing spaceships with particle annihilation engines? These ships would be able to get humans to Mars a lot faster than old chemical rockets. But they don't want to just send a manned Mars mission off half-cocked.
But full cocked?
That was the
Just
idea
cocked.
behind this test. They built a whole complex on this old Air Force base in Nevada.
Okay, yeah, that's
yeah.
that's that thing we saw very early on for like 2 seconds and then it was never mentioned again.
The idea was that it would be a simulation of a manned mission to Mars with a crew of 9 men and women. They'd monitor the whole thing and use that data to plan the real mission.
So what we just listened to was a transmission from that project?
Yeah.
Why is something like that here?
Don't know why. We found it in the safe. No explanation. Dollars to donuts, it's got something to do with Zero's plan.
Dollars to donuts. I kind of like that.
You like both money and food.
Yeah.
So yeah. I will try to use that more often too.
And it like works in all directions. With money, you can get food. With food, you can get money. But also separate. It's all good.
You're overthinking it. You're pulling a jab.
I'm gonna remember dollars to donuts.
Try to think of a pun that will not spoil anything. You did wonderfully. I'm proud.
You mean we were meant to hear what was on that card?
Yeah.
It's all very interesting, but how exactly do you know about all this?
Oh, about the simulated Mars mission?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I was involved with the project.
Involved.
As a trash man.
The intent was to create as accurate a simulation as possible. That meant we'd need to simulate the radio silence we'd experienced during conjunction.
What's a conjunction?
It means two things in space are close to each other. In this case, we're talking about a superior conjunction, where Mars and Earth are on the exact opposite sides of the Sun. So unless we've got some sort of relay, there'll be a period of time where we won't be able to communicate with each other. What we heard on that card was when the simulated conjunction was scheduled to end.
That's when they died.
No, we don't know that. They could have died long before that conversation. All we know is that's when it was discovered.
So 6 of the test subjects died, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember what she said? There was something about how she didn't just kill 6 people. She said 6 billion. What the heck did you mean by that?
Just what the hell happened there?
Tenryuji frowned and looked down at the floor. We were all silent as he paced slowly back and forth across the room.
Is our very dead lady still in this room?
I think so. Also, with all of this happening, if you were involved in this super secret military operation to do this, wouldn't this be the moment where you tell the story to the civilians around you? Because clearly something is going on here.
Well, he's already slowly talking now.
Yeah, but he seems to be just pacing currently.
But he's still thinking how everything makes sense.
At last he stopped, raised his head and spoke.
The truth is that there's a chance a virus escaped from the test site.
A virus? Wait, you don't mean...
Yeah, Radical 6.
From the test site?
How can that be?
I'm just telling you what I know, okay? Nobody's sure how Radical 6 got in there in the first place, but one of the subjects might have been infected when they entered. Or the virus itself might have been an intentional part of the simulation.
That would explain why Quark got it?
Mm-hmm.
The test site deaths became the index case for a pandemic.
We're just going on a repeat.
Anyway, prevailing wisdom says it got out somehow. And once it was out, it spread pretty quick. All across the planet.
So it started on one of the test sites.
Okay.
And test subjects.
Can we skip, like, can we postpone that entire part of the conversation and first talk about the part where Tenryuji just told us that Radical 6 already happened? Because every time we talked about that newspaper clipping,
it's like, oh, do you know about this?
It was like, no. Haven't heard of this, nah. So clearly that has happened by the time Tenryuji was kidnapped.
Yes, and he also knew then that Quark had Radical 6, because he was like, oh, he has a condition.
And it appears that Tenryuji was kidnapped after December 28th, 2028. Because that's
when the conversation
when the transmission happened that supposedly happened that we just listened to, unless it's a fake, it's just a recording that they faked. But assuming what Tenryuji is saying is correct, he was kidnapped and brought here after all of that happened.
Everyone else was kidnapped way earlier and put into cryosleep.
That's what I'm thinking too.
That explains a little bit, yeah.
As a matter of fact, I've said it before, I'm saying it again now, I'm thinking when we all got kidnapped doesn't matter really.
Well, it's all been the same month, but years apart probably.
The month doesn't matter.
Well, yes, if you talk about others, about when you've been kidnapped.
Oh, because when they talk to each other. Yeah, I got kidnapped December 24th, 25th, 20th.
Yes, exactly.
But they never realized that maybe it happened like 100 years in between.
Yes. No one mentioned
don't know what year it is.
Because you usually don't talk in years. But it needs to be around the same time, because if I go, hey, I've been kidnapped in March, and then you go like, hey, I've been kidnapped in August.
Yeah, so
it's kind of a...
Yeah, there's either like 4 or 16 months in between. Yeah. Like I said, for all we know, Sigma is like 400 years old at this point and the rest isn't.
Well, this means Clover was kidnapped after the operation with Alice and everything.
But
Alice as well.
before Radical
They were
6,
frozen.
Tenmyuji got kidnapped later.
Yes, but Tenmyuji is 7, so technically he should be around the same thingy as Clover and everything. Which means Clover and Alice were kidnapped by their company, soy sauce first, frozen. I'm gonna guess, what, 40 years or something has passed?
I have no idea. You think Sigma could live to be 100 in cryostasis? Yeah, I would think so.
Nope.
Did you just try to make me lose an eye? It's way gone. I can see it. It's nowhere near you.
Oh, then I'll grab the next one.
That's a good one. No, stop, stop. Take a broken one. Be annoying with that. Yes, cryostasis.
Oh, there it is.
I don't think time matters at that point.
I yeeted the white one I was playing with.
Yes, Tifa, everybody saw that except you, and I saw it because it went like...
I thought it was here, out of screen.
You almost took my eye.
It went that way!
No, it didn't. It went like a boomerang, like...
It wasn't even close to you.
Random thought, who has the longest hair of the two of you?
Jack does at the moment.
No, your hair is curly.
Wait.
If you pull yours down, it's yours. Yeah. Wait. Tifa, a little bit. Mine grows really fast. And it's still gonna be about a year until you see me with shorter hair again. So, time doesn't matter. Future is now. Cryostasis is a thing. For all we know, it's the year 3000.
And it killed 6 billion people?
And I've been to the year 3000.
I was gonna say, is she gonna go like, to the year 6 billion?
Not much has changed, but they killed 6 billion people.
Meh.
And your great, great, great granddaughter, Clover, is pretty fine and still alive.
The
Not
MCA.
directly. Best numbers put only a third or so of those deaths as directly caused by Radical 6.
Yeah, screw that. So, 1/3 of people died because they committed suicide because of Radical 6. Another third committed suicide because of a psychological trauma they experienced from people literally killing themselves left and right of them.
I mean, it's a direct thingy of Radical 6. Can't you then also put it under there? I mean, not the same.
Potato.
The other 4 billion died from the collapse caused by the deaths of that first third. The whole world just fell apart.
And why did we never talk about this before? Basically, like after Thanos snapped. Yeah, pretty much.
Kinda.
Pretty much, actually. Oh, wow, damn, I have a lot of questions. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start knowing where to start. Oh, no, take that back. Explain that date. Unless I heard this wrong, the day the Radical 6 got out was December 31st, 2028.
Yeah.
Oh, and now we're gonna talk about the year, okay.
But the day I got grabbed by the guy in the gas mask was December 25th, 2028.
Oh, same year.
Me too. Christmas Day.
I was kidnapped on Christmas too.
Clover and I were taken 3 days earlier, on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Luna didn't say a year. Fi said the same date. Clover and Alice said 3 days earlier, so that's still 2028. Luna didn't say the year.
I mean, at this point you can assume it's all the same, but Luna is sus regardless.
Not if she wants to mislead us.
I mean, yeah.
And you see what I'm saying, right? That recording was made close to a week after we were all picked up. What the hell is going on here? That thing is from the future. Here we go. Are you strapped in? Fuck off.
5 minutes remain.
Of course.
Ambidex Game polling closes.
Say it, Tenmyuji. Say it. You have 600 seconds for you to say it and us all to go and vote. Say the thing now.
All players.
You're not gonna stall this.
Your votes. If no vote is
I can't stop talking, machine.
We're out of time.
We're out of time. What a shame. Oh no.
We need to go back to the warehouse.
Wait. You haven't answered.
I don't care. I need more than 10 minutes to explain everything.
No.
It's just gonna make you more confused.
Say a date. Just say a date.
After 10 minutes we can go in though. Or we can go on with this conversation.
But
That's enough! Shut your damn hole or I'm picking the tray!
alright, now you have a point.
Hey, come on now.
Fine. Do what you want, but I need to get back to the AP rooms.
Can you stop distracting me now, please?
Doing all right.
Tifa is playing around with a hairband. And that's fine. You can't hear the hairband. Unless Tifa does this. Give me the thing. How?
I literally just dropped it.
She dropped this thing on the laptop. And how do you even make this thing? Listen to this. Did you hear this?
Yes.
And she managed to drop it on the keyboard, which is like 1,000,000 times louder. How did she do that? It's a silent keyboard.
This was just as loud as it was on the keyboard.
I had heard that. Exactly. Thank you. And these microphones are set up to not pick up low noises.
I bet you only heard Jax though, wait, just for that. So you don't really hear that. Okay, you do. Okay, okay. Point taken.
Now,
Get picked up.
put the laptop back there. Put this there. Now you put this on the other hand. There, and now you press the A button.
I'll stay here with him.
Can't do anything with you. Why can't you just be normal?
If I can do the voting for our pair, I can trust her. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. This whole thing, I trust you and you're awesome and blah blah blah. Yeah.
Time travel. Betray.
Well, if you'd be willing to do that, I'd be much obliged. Thanks, Luna. Take good care of him.
Of course. I'll make sure everything goes fine.
Tenmyuji gave her one last nod, then turned and dashed out of the infirmary. Well, that's that, I guess. We should probably be going too.
Yes. We'll just have to wait to hear the rest of what he has to say later.
I'd rather just get it all out in the open now, but there's not much we can do.
Tenmyuji,
see, this is why I require more than 10 minutes to explain things. You guys take forever to press A to continue.
I don't identify with that.
if I ever have infinite monies, I will make a video game company and I will make the greatest video game ever made. And it will run on an internal timer. Kind of like Shenmue did, if you remember that. If you've never played it, you should. It's a great game. Kind of cringy by today's standards, for voice acting at least, but an amazing game. And that game runs on an internal timer. You can always see the clock. And if you are too late for a certain event, you will not see that for the rest of the playthrough.
So like the Zelda game. What was it?
Stop eating the hairband first
Not
of all.
eating the hairband. What was the one called? With the moon.
No, Majora's Mask
Majora's
keeps
Mask.
resetting. Shenmue doesn't. If you miss an event that happens on, I don't know, December 23rd at 1500, then it's gone. You will never see that. You need to start the game again.
You always say you hate these mechanics where you can miss things.
Yes, which is why I will make a game where people like Tifa will get punished for not pressing the A button right now.
Like me.
Just play the Ocarina of Shenmue. Just make save states.
Oh, the games that run on timer stress me out, so I cannot take in the story. I can understand the stress. There's like this pressure on you that stops you from...
See, the beautiful thing with Shenmue is though, because like 10 people play it and 10 people will experience the story slightly different. It's still the same story, but how you get to certain things will be different for them. And I think that's kind of cool.
Let's get going then.
Yes, let's.
Fine. At least we now only have like 2 minutes left.
We returned to the warehouse to find only Kay. I explained what had happened with Quark and glanced around the room. Hey, where's Dio?
He has gone into his AB room.
Already?
Indeed.
Then he opened the first AB gate, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Of course he's a piece of shit.
This is bad. I won't be able to talk with him. This is going to limit my choices.
You've only got 1 BP left, don't you?
Yeah. Luna's the same.
If Vi chooses ally,
She's
Dio
dead.
picks betray.
Phi and Luna will be penalized.
Especially against Dio, I would pick Betray in this situation.
I think Dio causing Phi and Luna to be penalized is the plot point of an adult work of art I will probably see on the internet at some point if I Google things about Virtue's Last Reward. And if I take a wrong turn on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice. I'll have to pick Betray. The risk with Ally is just too high.
Yes, you should do that. Preemptively, it's Dio.
Yep. I think I would also go Betray, just to, in worst case, end up with 0 points and then have, as in 0 plus points, and then have more chances in the next rounds against someone else.
Yeah. Hey, Alice, don't you have 1 BP too?
That's right. But Kay and I will be playing against Quark.
And he'll just default to ally. I guess you don't need to worry about getting penalized then, huh?
But what if Alice and Kay choose Betray?
You needn't worry. That will not happen. Even though, as you have told me, Quark is recovering, he is still weak. Moreover, he is only a child. To betray an innocent child would be...
Yes, what would it be, Kay? Say it! Say it, what would it be?
Kay technically didn't betray him. I want to believe Kay was fully honest and did it for Quark's sake.
Yeah,
I guess.
that would be unthinkable. Even if you ignore his age or condition, it's hardly fair to take advantage of someone who can't vote.
So you'll vote Ally?
Yes.
Of course.
Well then, shall we go?
But do we vote now? Also Ally, no?
No.
We've already done the Betray route here.
No, we haven't.
No? Well,
Oh,
we're gonna find out that...
Sweet innocent child. No, now we're here.
Oh.
Yes.
We still have
new
both
flow.
routes.
Kay and Alice nodded to one another and disappeared into the AB room second from the red. Why do I think the game always telling us which rooms they go into also matters?
I can't tell you.
What? Sorry, what?
It probably does, otherwise they wouldn't bother.
Without saying anything, Phi turned and walked into the room just left of theirs. That left only myself, Clover, and Tenmyuji.
Do you remember what you said to me when you chose the blue door? Something about how you'd convince me to choose ally? Seems like now would be the time to let me know how you're going to convince me.
Excuse me?
Did we?
We shouldn't need to convince you.
Did we say that?
Yeah, we did. It was like, I'm not sure if we're threatening him or not.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Vaguely. Well, it's not that complicated. I promise you that Clover and I will vote ally. That's it, pretty much.
I see. And you figure I'll believe you because you've only got 1 BP. Once you've told me that you plan to ally, I won't be able to choose betray. Since if you're telling the truth...
It's another ending where Clover gets to escape.
Potentially. He'll kill me.
Not a bad plan, but it assumes that I've taken killing you off the table. Seems like a risky bet for you.
I disagree.
Why's that?
Clover's BP is 6. If you ally and we betray, then she'd have enough points to escape, right? She could run off through the number 9 door as soon as this round is over.
I never...
That's easy for you to say. But think about it from my perspective. Sure, you might not, but you also might. If I guess wrong, that's a pretty big loss for me.
Well, what if Clover tries to seduce you to get what she wants?
Why is he smiling like that? What?
Looks like a cat.
About that, yeah, sure, I'll choose ally.
That's just an example. What I'm trying to say is that once you two are in that room, Clover might try and make some sort of bargain with you.
Also, I had my fingers crossed. It doesn't count.
I'm asking what you're going to do if that happens. Are you sure you'll still choose ally?
Yes. Seduce me, huh?
Hey! What are you staring at, you perv?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for not just standing there and letting that happen, Clover.
There's no way on earth I'd do anything like that.
Oh, on Earth! Good thing we're on Mars.
As if. In your dreams, creep.
Shame him. Shame him all the way until he dies from cringe. Do it, Clover. Well, that was that then. Not gonna lie, though, I'm a little disappointed.
Well...
Clover, my sister in Christ, look at your outfit. That is not an excuse. That is not an excuse. An outfit is not an invitation. Unless it specifically says, Sigma, when you're seeing this, I am unironically wearing this outfit so that you make unwanted advances on me.
Unwanted advances? No. Looking?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, you also usually don't wear that without knowing people will look at you.
No, I disagree with that.
Feeling that gives you the right to do something or like hit you up for no reason and keep going? Absolutely not.
You wear whatever you want for whatever reason you want, but you have to accept that people will look at you and the way you dress will have some effect.
Yes.
If I walk out on the street naked, I have to assume that people will see a naked person walking around there. Oh boy, did I open a can of worms? No, you didn't. No. But
no, I think we can all agree on this. Yes. But I mean, if someone...
If you dress like this, I think it's fair to assume people will look at you and they will look at you.
If I saw someone walking past me like Clover, I would look.
Same. Yes. I wouldn't be like, that's an invitation, but like...
I wouldn't address you and go like, hey, but I would look.
Nice to meet you.
Exactly.
Also, hello mommy, happy Friday, how are you doing? Weekend.
Heck yeah.
Time to choose ally, huh?
So I can trust you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You're gonna choose ally.
Yeah.
You can trust us.
Promise.
Of course.
Yes.
Let me cross my fingers.
Ah! It kind of looks like she's crossing her fingers.
That's because she has noodle hands.
Yeah, but still,
Everybody
it
does.
looks like it. I'll count it.
All right. I guess I'll vote ally too then.
3 minutes remain.
Well,
no.
I don't have much time left. I'm trusting you.
I'm trusting you too.
I'm trusting you to give us your points.
Tenmyuji gave us a curt nod, then turned and strode into the second AB room from the left. And that will be his unmaking.
We'll still be fine. We need to stock up.
Right, well, let's get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah! I think this is another situation where Sigma doesn't know why he picked Betray.
So far, he didn't understand in any of them, with the exception of the Dio blackmailing us.
Yeah, that was justified.
Why you keep acting like it's not fun?
Hey, Sigma, I wanted to ask you something.
Stop hating. Yes, Clover. I'm just saying, you can't spell clover without love, and maybe, Sigma, you want to put the love inside of me? That is really bad. What's up?
Could you pick betray for me?
Ooh, she didn't do that pose before, did she not?
Sigma, can you spell me?
M-E?
You forgot the D.
What?
And then you go, there's no D in me.
There's no D in me.
But there will be soon. Too much? Too much? Okay, fine.
Hello, Dark Lord. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How are you doing?
Hope you're doing weller than I am right now.
You okay there?
No, I don't think I am. No.
It's one of the few spelling jokes I know.
Oh look, there's a video game. What?
I mean, I could try and, like, tackle you.
I woke up and came here, no idea how my day is going. Did you have a nice nap/sleep?
Can have a good start of your day at least.
I'm with Mommy on this one. You can't spell K without K. Dabs for truth. Exactly.
I mean, what exactly are we going at here?
I mean, it depends on what kind of tackle.
But you're so big and strong. You'd probably just throw me on the ground and that'd be it.
You're so big and strong.
Yeah, well,
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely. Oh, I mean, I'd be happy to, pay you back.
Clover wants us to pick betray. She's actually going for it.
If you just pick betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
Why did I not see this coming? Of course she wants us to pick betray.
After 10 minutes, you specifically called it this exact scenario. Yeah.
After this we can go like, sorry, not our fault. We got distracted. It was like 3 against 1.
It was a near-death experience. All the blood wasn't in my brain. What could I do? 10 Muji. I'm sorry. Wendy Lee has certainly done worse. I know Wendy Lee has done quite a lot of voice acting, but I cannot name a character she's done other than Clover now because situation. I know she's been in a ton of stuff. Now I need to collect myself for this. One sec. I need to channel my horny 16-year-old mentality thing.
Can't be that hard. Go for it.
It's not that what?
Go.
Anything?
Yep. Anything. So think carefully, okay? If you choose ally, you're trusting him with your life.
Yeah, if he chooses betray, it's all over.
Huh? Are you really, really sure you can trust that old fart?
I know, that's not very nice.
The only safe choice is to pick betray.
Clover turning evil.
But if he chooses ally and we don't...
I'll have 9 BP. But you don't need to worry about that. Even if I do get 9 BP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself. I mean,
why is everything against it?
Yet, and I can't leave her behind. Please, will you pick betray?
She's so gonna make a run for it.
I'm in
Also,
a
there
way,
was no pun intended.
in a way, I'm very happy that there wasn't more of a, I'll do anything. Oh, Wendy Lee is also the voice of Faye Valentine. Okay, yeah, then I've definitely heard her voice before.
Which character is that?
Cowboy Bebop.
Oh.
You sicken me sometimes.
You can justify it with you asshole betrayed us first. So I mean, that is very true. We trusted him, and then he betrayed our trust. And now it's like, well, now my life is on the line. It absolutely makes sense.
Konata TK.
Let's go for it.
TK as in Digimon. I don't know the other name. The voting machine is in front of me. I didn't have much time left to think. Would I keep my promise to Ten Miyuji and pick ally? Or would I betray him for Clover and...
If you just pick betray for me,
And...
then I'll listen to anything you say.
In the end, there was only one possible answer.
3, 2, 1.
Chose betray for reasons. Oh my god, Sigma, you absolute beta sim.
No hesitation.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results.
Thank you.
Ambidex game.
Opening.
And then this is actually the true ending round. I hope not.
We're gonna be happily ever after with Clover.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct.
Yeah, screen.
Okay, Alice didn't get knocked out this time.
There's no need. Ally.
Understandable.
That was to be expected.
Sorry, Ten Miyuji. You're old, I guess. Sigma went full and true ageist and had to vote like this. There we go.
But there's absolutely no surprises in this.
Wait, you picked betray?
Well, yeah, of course.
Duh.
I mean, Clover was very convincing.
I grabbed the mouse once again. This is why I show people that I grabbed the mouse.
But why? We already said we would go with betray. You know, we have the same pattern. Betray first, ally last.
I don't care.
So there's absolutely no reason to show.
I don't care. Press a button. In the end, there was only one possible choice. Betray! But ally after betray.
Assigned. Or please check your bracelet to...
No announcer. Go away.
So, that's how it is, huh?
Sorry.
These are made to be broken, I see.
Sorry. I just couldn't bring myself to trust you.
I could have chosen betray and killed you. That was a possibility.
Yeah. After all, you did choose betray in the last round.
That was a completely different situation.
Remember how you said that, Honest Psycho? That would be a valid choice?
I think
exactly.
now we're
The
even.
writers thought of that too.
Now we're even.
Well, in any event, your idiotic paranoia has given Clover 9 BP. How do you intend to deal with that?
Don't worry. She'd never try and open the...
Really? Then what's that?
She's already gone.
Huh?
Look, I believe she's standing in front of the number 9 door right now.
Every single time now with this Looney Tunes bullshit. Like the group gets together to talk about the thing that just happened and the person with the number 9 just goes... bye. Like,
also, with the exception of
sense.
Dio, I think it's very safe to say that in every like main route thingy, people are different and act different. There's not just one evil person. Like
except for Dio.
Except for Dio, it seems. Like Dio seems to be like the general evil person.
I wouldn't say these people are evil.
Yeah, but you know, to make a difference, you know what I mean. Yeah. Like before, Clover didn't even want to escape because she wanted to go with Alice. And then she had the chance to go, and it was like, oh no, I'm staying. And then Alice like basically had to force her out.
It is an extreme situation. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, but they are acting different in all thingies. So what we might say in one round will not count for another round. Like that's what I'm saying with Clover now too. In this round, Clover was willing to betray Alice to leave.
And I'm saying the reason why these characters are at their core the same in every flow, but ultimately slightly different, is because in every flow it's not the same people. This is not the same story unfolding differently, it is literally us as the players hopping through different multiverses every single time we change flow.
And definitely could be. Because now Clover made a completely different turn.
Yeah, I'm saying the Clover here is not the same Clover as in the other route when we found this like antidote for the stuff.
Give me this for a sec. Because that means I want to see...
As if you can read my handwriting.
I can a little bit.
Temuji has no ground to stand on to be angry. Yeah, I mean he seems disappointed, but not like not distraught by it, you know. Which makes sense. Still disappointing, but like I get it. I betrayed you. It was different in my opinion, but what are you doing?
I like how my prediction here you wrote down as Luna said it. I am not secretly Luna.
Oh, I wrote down Luna planted the bombs according to Luna.
According to Luna.
I mean...
I am not Luna, that's not the one I was looking for.
Is this the moment where it's actually confirmed that Tifa equals Luna?
We are missing some. You didn't write down all of mine.
Yeah, because you never said that you wanted me to write them down.
Wow. I'll do it myself.
Remember how I make it a whole thing? Like, I'm writing this down. Just saying.
And I figured you would write all of them down.
No, play stupid Ambidex games, win stupid Ambidex prizes, exactly. I think the 9 door has opened.
She's long gone.
I think we're already on Virtue's next after last reward.
She's long gone.
Oh, what the hell? No. No way.
Clover like...
Understandable. Swing. And still with that slow ass door. Just go there, just grab her and carry her away.
She's once again the only one with a 9.
Oh, the number 9 door.
Plus now it's too late, now the door is open. If we now stop her, we all get stuck in here forever.
If we stop someone, when there's only one person with a 9, it needs to be before they scan the door.
Exactly. Did you know I can pull levers without using telepathy?
Shit!
What's Alice gonna say about this?
Clover! What the hell are you doing?
I love the shocked Pikachu face here.
Sorry. Alice gave me an order though.
Clover, you have to get out of here and call for help.
That's from the other flow.
My BP's down to 1. I'll have to play the AV game at least 3 more times in order to get to 9. If someone beats me to it, then we'll be trapped here forever.
That's from that other flow, right?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
In the other flow, she went like, oh, you're the only one that has a 9 now, and only you can get help and save us.
Okay, fair.
I'm giving you an order as your commanding officer.
This she did say, and then she was like, I'm giving you an order to leave.
Escape.
What about the promise you made me?
priorities.
Promise?
You said you'd listen to anything I said.
So, I am, aren't I? I can sure hear you well enough. Every little word is reaching my ears, isn't it?
She didn't say she would do what Sigma says, she would listen. There's a difference, you horny fuck. You...
What? Were you thinking of something gross? You're a perv.
Hey, come on now. Don't kink shame.
Clover's not that big. She could have already walked long ago.
It's more dramatic this way.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain
Open for 9 seconds.
Anyway, I did what I promised, so I'll be heading off now.
Clover!
Bye!
Fucking bitch! You're not getting out of here!
Leo leapt toward Clover with a roar, but she danced quickly aside, dodging his punch with ease.
So she did have a little bit of training.
Suckers! With a last carefree grin, she leapt through the number 9 door.
I kinda wish that she went through and Dio trying to get her also went through and then just goes poof.
It just evaporates.
I mean, I kinda enjoy it.
Apparently, me too, because it Dio. Apparently the Japanese version made more sense where Sigma would fall this. Oh, the English version makes plenty of sense if you've seen one of the other flows before where he goes full horny creep that you should call the police on. It makes sense to me.
It made perfect sense.
No need to be such a smug asshole, but just say, sorry, I had to not. You dumb fuck. Yeah, but this is more drama.
Now it's more evil.
Nasty boys. Yeah.
Off she goes.
Bye.
Bloop. Was Alice not here?
Yeah, she was. What was she gonna do?
I expected her at least to say something.
Doesn't matter now, does it?
If anything, like a get help.
She already gave her a command.
Yeah, but still, like a last goodbye thing.
This ends the no thank you. As the gate escape, please.
Wow, you're skipping all the drama.
Oh!
She's gone.
There's more after this time.
Yeah,
what
we usually
drama?
still have a little bit.
Yeah, but
it doesn't end immediately.
Yes, it
in
does.
all of no, not in all of them.
In 2 of the other flows,
Like 1.
it cut to the end then.
Not in all of them. We still had a little bit of conversation.
2 of them.
Yeah, but we still you're acting all surprised when this has happened before. Skipping all it. Can we still beat up Dio though?
All we can do now is wait for her to call for help.
Help, huh? Let's hope there's still someone who can.
What's that supposed to mean? Is he gonna now tell us what year it is? Tenmyuji said nothing, just shuffled off through the yellow door and out of the room.
I don't think he's in a mood to talk right now.
A cold silence descended on the rest of us. It was a silence that promised to remain for a very, very long time. And
I kind of think if you go out yourself, it's a death sentence.
Contrasted with the other route where Clover had to basically flee together and everyone was cheering for her.
Also, this is the Tenmyuji ending?
What?
Tenmyuji ending.
No.
Hmm.
No.
Figured since he had the most.
It made sense though. I liked it. I'm not super happy with the outcome, but it made sense to me.
Let's jump here and have a short break before we go to...
Let's get to the voting screen.
That we can do.
Press skip.
Hey,
Yes, you could.
Right. Oh.
You're just bad at pressing control. Now you move the mouse, and now we go for a short break.
BRB.
BRB.
We're back.
Time to ally. When she chooses betray again accidentally.
Can you? Oh, you. Oh! It didn't look like you could pick it! Oh, how do I go back? Menu. I thought you can't press it. I wanted to see what happens.
In this game where I get to make free choices, like as in free out of my own volition, Could I pick the same one twice?
I thought it couldn't be pressed.
You've lost gaming rights for tonight. Give me the controls.
Sure. It looked like you couldn't pick it.
I had to choose ally, people. That's how bad things have gotten. I feel dirty now.
Well, now you know what happens.
Results from round 2, please.
Announcer, go away. No. No Alice. Kay knocked her out again.
It's all gonna be the same, except for us, of course.
Alice wasn't in the pictures.
She wasn't in the previous one either.
Yes, she was. Top left. Yes, she was. 100,000,000%.
Kay has no reason to at the moment.
Why is Alice not in the pictures? Last time that happened, she got knocked out.
Points have been assigned.
Also,
She
wait.
was there previously.
Alice is in the infirmary.
Why was Alice then there in the room to look at the pictures in the previous one? Unless that's an oversight on the developer's end.
I don't know, but Alice said she's staying in the infirmary because she trusts Kay, and then Kay was like, I'm not gonna betray a sick child.
Please check your...
Let's see.
Alice is not there.
Sigma had a really hard time deciding what to vote. Oh,
That's also why Alice didn't say anything in the other route, because Alice was not there.
Sigma didn't have any problems. This one did.
Looks like you managed to trust me.
Why so surprised?
Well, it seems like I made the right choice.
Only did what I said I would.
You really helped me out. Thanks.
I could say the same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twitched into a grin. How do you even do that, like?
You only do
That seems super creepy.
I would more say smile.
I felt myself smile in response. Like that. Clover, on the other hand, looked less than pleased.
That was a bad choice, Sigma.
She's just saying that out loud.
Listen to anything you said. Oh well, whatever.
Besides, she needs one more round now.
She sighed heavily, shot me one last annoyed look, and stalked off. Be gone, thought! Exactly.
But look how she just said that out loud. Like everyone now heard that she wanted to pick Betray and basically make a run for it. That's the only thing that means.
Ignore wrenches, acquire brotherhood. Across the room, Dio and Phi were already confronting one another over their own results.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
Oh, don't give me that.
Yes, do give him that. Did you just drop the hairband and then catch it with the other hand?
No, I picked it up. I'm not that cool.
What's a thought? It's an abbreviation for that hoe over there. It's a thing.
You know
I always had to think of tater tots when that was mentioned.
Tater thoughts?
Tater tots, what do you call them?
Tater tots.
Yeah. I thought that was tater tots. I thought that was kind of...
No, Tifa. Dark Lord is making fun of you.
No, I thought that was to correct how I said it.
No. Tater thoughts. Yeah. Potentially still delicious. Depending on your preferences, you do want all of them in your mouth.
I didn't know there was a slang or abbreviation. I always thought it's like I sometimes call people grapes or half a meatball. I thought it was something like that.
That's a Dutch thing, by the way. Yeah. Be gone. Tater thoughts into my belly.
I thought you use it as like, hey, you're not asshole or bitch. You just go talk.
Tifa, you are aware that only like Dutch people call other people food items.
No, I think
only Dutch people do.
I think you can do that in other languages.
Sorry, in German you can also call other people cucumbers. That's like if somebody isn't good at something. Du bist eine Gurke. You're a cucumber.
Cucumbers are good at things.
Like? Don't say it. I don't know what you want to say, but don't say it. Just don't say anything.
I was gonna say be tasty, but you're thinking of different things.
Yeah, we're on the internet, Tifa. Or leek. Yeah, du Lauch. Somebody who's a very skinny, lanky person, no muscles.
I mean, well, the more I know now. So tot is not based on tater tots.
Did you really only learn that today? You know what, I'll give you the keyboard and the mouse back so we can make fun of you for other reasons.
I'm old. I don't keep up with the internet that much anymore.
I don't know what to say, sorry. I usually can call Germans krauts and Brits limeys. I don't know what the limeys comes from, but krauts I've heard multiple times, being a German myself. It's true. The tot part of tater tots implies these are child potatoes.
I mean,
small.
Yeah, you can call someone a potato. Be called potato, it makes sense.
That's Swedish, you can people that buy souls from prostitutes cards. Okay, I didn't know that either.
Oh,
do you have something like that over here where we can call our people a type of fish? I don't think so. I'm just saying. Now, while Tifa is confused about vegetables and slang...
I knew you weren't stupid enough to pick ally.
Yeah, but you were hoping. Dick.
He was hoping for a small chance.
You'd defend yourself with betray, just like I would. Wait.
I just realized something. The game gave us a huge spoiler.
Spoiler for what?
For Dio. For Dio being an asshole the entire time. Okay, listen to this. It's tinfoil hat moment again. Zero Jr.'s nickname for Dio is what?
I forgot, what was it? Bios? No.
That's a character in Dragon Ball Super.
I forgot what he calls him.
B.O.
Oh yeah, B.O. Biggest...
body odor. So, Dio's nickname is an abbreviation, B.O. What if, therefore, it can be inferred that Dio is an abbreviation, as in D-I-O. Douchebag in outer space.
I like it.
Yes, outer space is now one word. I think it's two technically.
Should have known.
Exactly. So he was always known to be a dick. British would use limes to stave off scurvy, which doesn't work. I would have thought it does. I didn't know that either. Good thing, I know it now. Always been an asshole the entire time. BO is an American euphemism for body odor. Isn't BO literally short for body odor?
Never seen it used for that, but apparently.
The first time I've heard the term BO being used and successfully learning what it means was in the Old Spice commercials with Terry Crews.
They use BO in that?
Yeah.
Oh.
One of the lines is, it neutralizes BO.
I don't recall.
What's a BO?
Those were good.
Oh, it's body odor. That makes sense.
Those were good commercials, huh?
Yeah, because of Terry Crews.
I mean, yeah. Terry Crews is good.
Where's Luna?
In the infirmary, looking after Quark.
Is that where Alice went too?
Alice? Yeah. No, she went into one of the AB rooms with Kay.
Oh, it was...
See?
It was Luna that stayed behind.
See? Alice went in too. Where's she?
Yes, we did indeed enter together. When the doors opened, however, she left, somewhat unsteadily, in the direction of the cyan door.
Oh, she's now having
now
her
she
breakdown.
has Radical 6. Oh my god.
I thought she was the one that stayed behind, but it was Luna.
She left the warehouse?
Indeed.
Without even checking the results?
Correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Indeed.
And you two still choose ally. Man, what a pair of bleeding hearts.
If you say so. Being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
Good line, good answer.
I mean, yeah.
Where did Alice run off to?
So that's what
While
changed.
we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired.
Infirmary.
She went to one of the cabins to rest.
Oh, well, I guess
Oh, wait.
that would make sense.
If she went back to the infirmary, then
Nah, she's in the crew quarters, she's dead.
Then Luna and Quark are gonna be dead too.
Yeah, I'm gonna remember that phrase. It's a good one, isn't it? Like, you can make fun of me for all you want, but I believe I'm a better person, so fuck off. I like it. An ominous rumble filled the warehouse. Ominous rumble.
The Ambidex gates. Round
Yeah.
Star keys.
Star round, we need the star keys. We can play as many times as we want. We know, thank you. We can open the gates as many times as we want.
That means the star keys can be used to play the AB game any number of times. If I understood that announcement correctly, that is.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
At this point, we knock out Dio, so that everyone else can just vote in peace, and then we get to 9.
Yeah.
Like, we all get to 9. And maybe leave Dio behind, but we can argue about...
That's not a loss. No.
What's the nice thing is to do after that.
Usual term is a bleeding heart. Most people should have a beating heart. That's true. I never thought of that. But technically, isn't your heart always bleeding? I mean, blood is going through it and technically also out of it.
Potato, potato.
I guess.
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Also, we never even talked about Dio being colorblind again. That was like a little nudge towards him, like, okay, oh, what colors are we? Oh yeah, of course, right in the beginning.
We still have a whole arc to go.
I have a dumb feeling that by the time we got through to the leftmost flow, we have seen maybe half a game.
That could be.
Yeah, he did. Can you guys all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all our colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. Huh? It looks like all the colors are weird. Clover's a cyan pair and Fi's a magenta pair, but Tenmyuji's a yellow pair.
The 3 solos are red, green, and blue. K's red, Dio's green, and you're blue.
Then how are we supposed to group up for the chromatic doors?
Also, we already know now we're not going to get through another door because every time we're a solo, we
die.
Well,
Is
not
that
necessarily we die, but we get an end before we get to our room.
So far. I think they're gonna be white this time.
Ah, yes. Dio told me about them. Very interesting.
Yeah, they're white, all of them. I had a good look while I was waiting for Sigma to show up down in the warehouse.
You should have seen them too, then, Fi.
Yeah, I did. You're talking about the doors in the Floor B warehouse, right?
Yeah, so lay it on us. How are the groups going to shake out this time? Shouldn't we find Alice first?
Also, we haven't found any bombs this route, have we? The bombs were only in...
Haven't talked about them, but we also completely forgot the side plot of Old Dead Lady. Never been talked about again.
No, she's still laying there, but every thingy so far
I
has
would
its own
hope
thing.
so that she's still laying there.
We had the bombs on the fully right route. We have the dead lady in the middle one. So every route also seems to
Oh, do you think
have...
every like main string of the flow is gonna have their own new weird gimmick?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because we haven't found a single bomb in our current path. That's all been in the previous one where there was no dead lady. Now instead of the
fair
bombs, we have the dead lady. I only realize now.
True.
So in the other route, we're probably gonna have something completely different.
Just
Sabes,
kidding.
happy Friday.
How much did I miss? Happy Friday, Sabes. How are you doing? And we just got the ending. Well, the to be
we
continued.
did the betray route to with Tenmyuji. We're now on the ally route.
Alice just left, feeling not too well. I'm guessing we're about to get another bad ending. Fine, Norton began to explain.
Thank you, Jack.
Option A. Tenmyuji, yellow, and me, blue, would form one group. Phi, Magenta, and Dio Green would form another group. Clover, Cyan, and K, Red would form the third.
Huh? Wait, you mean there's only one option?
Yeah. There's no other way we can group up to make white. Alice, Luna, and Quark aren't here to show us their bracelets, so we don't know for sure what their colors are. But it's pretty clear they'll all be pairs, since none of the pairs here have a partner.
So Phi is with Dio again.
Whoopsie.
That means she's not gonna get past this one pointing.
So I don't think this is the true ending route. So there'll be Yellow, Magenta, and Cyan, right?
Right.
Alright, what now? We've got plenty of time until those white doors open.
Yeah, about an hour it looks like.
I'm gonna go find Alice.
Of course. I'll come with you then.
So, are Quark and Luna also dead?
Clover gave her a shrug and the two of them headed out through the Cyan door. I don't like that they go through the same door Alice went through.
Do I really need to say it?
The infirmary, right? You're going to go check on Quark.
Yeah.
He gave me a nod and trotted out through the yellow door.
We get to choose where we're going now?
I think so. That left only 3 of us, Dio, K, and myself. What are you guys going to do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head over to the lounge and have a drink. You wanna tag along, Kay?
Are you making fun of me? I find it rather hard to drink with this mask on.
Right, of course. My bad.
Oh, that must also suck.
Which also means K cannot just take off the mask. So
Yeah.
it's implied that he has attempted to, at least.
Yeah, it was in one of the previous thingies as well.
Well, I'm out.
K has a drinking problem. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Also, the existence of an infirmary implies the existence of an insoftery. Oh my god.
It's really bad.
I like it.
Really bad.
It's making me jiggle. With a lazy wave of his hand, Dio slouched off toward the magenta door. It took me a moment to realize Kay was following him.
Hey, what is this? You following me?
No, you must be mistaken.
Didn't he literally ask her?
Floor B further. There are still several rooms I haven't visited.
Okay, you don't have to tell me your life story.
You literally just asked, you prick.
I guess we should check the...
Their conversation ended as they reached the door and stepped through it.
The thing with the 4 rooms first, if we get the option. Where we found Alice dead before.
Last time we were alone in a room, we had a moment. Maybe there'll be another one. Alright. What should I do?
Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh?
Of course. I need to get the rest of that story out of Tenmyuji. The words were scarcely out of my mouth before I set off at a dead run toward the hallway and toward the infirmary.
Everyone in the infirmary is dead.
Yep.
They dead.
Good thinking, Sigma. Yeah, that's why this route is short too. It infuriates me about Dio that a lot of people are like that IRL, which speaks for the quality of the writing. Yes.
I mean, unfortunately.
Yes.
Especially in a situation like that, I think it will release the inner asshole of a very big part of humanity.
Yeah. I maintain this. So far, 999 and this game have been 2 of the best written anythings I've ever seen. Better than most movies, games, books
Suddenly I feel like rewatching Squid Game.
Go ahead. Huh? There's nobody here. The room was completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around her partition. And there he was. Tenmyuji. was standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. A picture. I must have made some small noise because he suddenly looked up, saw me, and hastily shoved the photo back into his pocket.
A picture of our dead lady.
Probably. What was that? It was a photo of something, right? Was it yours?
Forget it. It's got nothing to do with you.
But all of the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Where were you hiding it?
Why should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Anyway, where's Luna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit. So, why are you here?
So we still have it. Did you guys watch the One Piece live action? We didn't have time today, but we're gonna start tomorrow.
With breakfast.
Yes.
That's what I should do today. Yes, and we can talk about on Sunday whether you liked it.
Did you enjoy it?
With One Piece manga at the library back in the day. You probably still can, it's still not done. I need to have some breakfast too.
That's always a good
idea. Should have that
idea.
as well. It's a great idea.
Have some eggs.
Have whatever you feel like. I wanted to hear the rest.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about that simulated manned mission to Mars. We heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be.
Don't be like that.
Forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Hey, nice try, pal, but you're not but you're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, alright? You remember so much you told me to take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all.
You really sure you want to know?
Huh?
Maybe I'll tell you and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut.
Also, now again we're going into a very important discussion that everyone should know about, but we're gonna have it with just the two of us.
Yeah, because drama.
Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future and all the happy memories of your past.
So Tenmuji is saying ignorance can be bliss, but we're stuck in here and maybe knowing will get us out, so let's find out.
What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you? You sure you want that?
Hey, come on, you don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Well, of course. I never got the chance to say I am.
Alice.
Alice.
Fine.
Before I could, Fi exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear.
Fi found Alice.
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice is... Look, just come with me, all right? She's in the number 2 cabin.
Oh, she's there again.
Yeah. Without waiting for a response, Fi spun around and ran back out of her room. Tenmuji and I exchanged a quick, confused look, then leapt up and took off after her. And she's dead.
That so far has stayed the same. Quark and Alice being infected.
Here we go! Therefore this cannot be the true ending, I guess. Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle and I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down. Calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. And at last I pressed my fingers to her neck and those hopes were dashed. Alice.exe stopped working. Critical failure.
Just the same round as the old lady, wound as the old lady. No, the old lady was a bit different. Also, they're just reusing the thing as the first tree route we took, where she also almost committed suicide.
No, where she did.
Or where
and
she
then
did,
there was
yeah.
one where we stopped her, but
her,
she was sitting in the same position, so they smartly recycle some of the things we made.
I mean, yes, the old lady also got stabbed, but I don't think it's like the same sort of wound.
Same idea though, stabbed
Yeah.
in the chest. No pulse. Clearly she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. No, it's not true. Why? When I noticed it, all the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my chest and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white-knuckled fists, and took a deep breath.
Oh, Clover is also there.
All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Game's participants, except, of course, for Quark. I wanted to ask which one of them had killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? The looks they traded with one another suggested that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this?
Who done it?
I still think this is a suicide by... or caused by... Thingy 6.
Yeah.
Same like it was before.
By Thingy 6?
Awesome 6.
Radical 6. Who do you think did it? If somebody murdered her.
If someone did, it's gotta be Dio. I think Dio also killed the old lady. He's just going past everyone, killing them off.
Well, the only person that doesn't have an alibi is Clover.
Where did Clover... Oh yeah, Clover went to look for Alice.
Quark went to Tenmyuji.
Quark is...
Phi went to Luna.
not... Tenmyuji went to Quark.
That's what I said.
No, you said Quark went to Tenmyuji. Quark ain't going anywhere.
You get the point. And Kay and Dio were together.
I don't think anyone
wait,
needs an
only
alibi,
until
by
the
the way.
door Kay said he would explore. It could have been Dio.
I don't think they need an alibi anyway, because it's... I'm pretty sure it's a suicide.
Yeah, probably.
Also, Phi also looking a bit infected there.
Or distraught.
Oh, thank you, Phi. Much better.
Say something! Answer me! Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed. Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
I mean, I have seen x-rays posted on the internet from people who had some really weird accidents while falling backwards. You wouldn't believe the things that happen to people when they fall backwards.
I mean, that is very true. I've returned and I'm suffering. Matanard, what have they done to you in those Zoom meetings?
Welcome in. Happy Friday now that you can hear us.
But it's weekend.
How was it? Clover X ending 2.0 incoming. I hope that's not a spoiler.
I sure hope not.
Looks like Clover's suffering too. Everybody is. Everybody is. We just met the dead Alice.
Budget meetings. That sounds really boring.
Okay, yeah, no, I feel you then, yeah. Those never go well, do they? Like, I've never met anybody, including myself, that went to a meeting about budgets and they went out there like, we finally have all the money we need. Like, we can afford everything.
There's cuts
This is amazing.
Happen for sure.
Yeah. Do you get to keep your job? Because significant budget cuts can also mean letting go of people.
I usually don't think that's something discussed in a budget meeting, no?
Depends on where in the hierarchy you are and what exactly. I mean, opening a meeting with, hey, we're here to talk about the budget, by the way, your department gets cut. It could lead into that.
I'm not surprised by anything anymore. I was doing yoga. Suddenly the light bulb from the ceiling got loose.
Yes, and I was doing the downward dog pose, and you can imagine the rest. Oh, it was a joke, not a spoiler. Good, just making sure. No X nearby as far as I know. That's true. X ending 2.0. Now with 300% more scalpels. Are you saying there's 3 more scalpels?
Scalpel for everyone. You get one, and you get one.
Hey, Oprah.
Kid.
You did it, didn't you?
I wouldn't be shocked.
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Are you nuts? No, I'm Clover.
Even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
That's true.
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover. Don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
Can we still scan her body? We can still check if she was infected by Radical 6, no? With Adam?
I would hope so.
Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves!
I'm laughing, but she has I get it, and she has a good point.
So no job issues, just having to significantly rein in spending for our organization. I guess the bright side is no job issues, but still, oof.
Yeah, hang in there. Try to relax on the weekend, get your mind off of it, and then take it one step at a time.
Hopefully next year you guys get a bigger budget again.
Yes. 300% of 0 is still 0.
I see.
It's true.
I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6.
It makes sense how she's thinking.
You're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Are you sure, Clover, that you've actually had special agent training? I understand this is a high-stakes situation.
This would be you in this situation, but more hysterical than she is.
No, that wouldn't be me. I would have come in, started hyperventilating, poop would have started running down my leg, and then I would have passed out from not breathing. That's what would have happened to me.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Exactly.
Like, you would also suspect everyone, though.
Fine. Show me some proof, then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend.
Or else?
I'm going to kill every last one of you.
She planted the bombs. Clover
There's no bombs in this road.
Just because we haven't found them doesn't mean they're not there.
I don't think it's Clover.
You're all going to die just like she did.
She's just threatening to kill us.
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8.
Oh, I was like 9.
Clover. 6, 5, 4.
Clover.
3, 2, 1.
Was that Kay carrying Clover in one of the...
In the beginning, yeah.
Oh, that was the beginning one.
Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
See, they do know.
Suddenly Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my head around her wrist.
What are you doing?
She was going for the scalpel.
Oh, okay, so this is what happens when we do already have information that would have led into a to be continued, I guess.
Oh, you think this is where it would have been?
You're unblocked by this lock. Yeah, thank you. So I'm right. So when we already know the thing we need to know, exactly. Then
it goes on.
Now there was a moment of immense danger, Clover threatening to kill everybody, that allowed us to tap into the morphogenetic field and receive information from the other flow.
Handy.
Yeah. What's to stop any woman from just stopping Clover?
Well, we just did know.
Thinking about that too, like in this situation, again, I've said it before, I'm against violence of any kind. But if there's a person threatening to murder everybody else in the room, knock her the fuck out.
Well, she was still being emotional and everything. And now that she actually
even then
started doing something, we are stopping her.
Even then, the moment she even just flinched towards the knife, hit her in the side of her head. Don't kill her, but knock her out. Like, we can restrain her and talk to her later when she's recovered. But
we just need to calm her down, and maybe we can still do that now.
We found the notebook in this flow? No, we didn't. That was us tapping into knowledge from other flowcharts.
I'm not sure which flow it was.
The flashback thingy we just saw.
It was in one of the previous ones.
Yeah, you got it when you went with Dio a few streams ago.
Yeah.
Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No! No! There's no way she'd do that!
It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with a scalpel.
Alright. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
Well...
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
Can't remember at all. Where did we find it? We found the notebook in
this flow here somewhere. With the red door with Dio. I'm not sure if it was in this row or more here, but it was on the right side of the flow, not on the left one that we're
It was in the same safe together with the Excalibur, I think.
It was in one of these because we were with Dio.
We had this whole thing with Phi asking her if she can translate it.
I think it was last week.
I think so, yeah. So she could have taken the scalpel then.
Yes, I think so. You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be!
It's not. It's the truth.
Why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth!
It's the same thing.
I am.
Then prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago, so if you don't have any proof...
I do. I have proof.
Oh, not everyone was there when we were talking about the contents of the book, though. So
yes.
She doesn't know.
And that never happened in this timeline.
Oh yeah, and that. True.
There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay?
They found it this time.
Show it to me.
Journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Phi, can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Could you take a look?
Sure.
Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. Wait, how do you know, Sigma? I'm pretty sure that's the question that's gonna happen afterwards.
Someone's gonna ask.
To be continued. There it was. The journal. Phi turned to hand it to me, but I shook my head. You read it. It's in Latin. I can't make heads or tails of it. She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped through the small book. When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise.
Yeah, it is Latin, but translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can barely understand any of this.
Page 216.
Huh?
Turn to page 216.
Now we're being cryptical, and there's no way there's not gonna be any questions now. Like, you can't explain this away at this point.
You should be able to read that one. Fi's frown deepened, but she did as I suggested. I watched her as quickly scan the page before looking up at me with renewed suspicion.
Yeah, I can read this page. How did you know? No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
How did you know all of this?
Because I'm Zero, baby. I just knew.
You just knew. Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Clover wants to hear what it has to say. Right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Clover.
Do it for Clover, Fi.
Exactly.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing the contents of a journal.
And all of a sudden, Alice is back alive. Summoned back from the dead.
And now she's like, it says here that when you make a lasagna, you should pre-cook the lasagna plates. Because if you don't add extra liquid to your sauce, otherwise the noodle plates might be undercooked. It's an actual pro-life tip for me. Radical 6 reduces the processing speed of a brain by a factor of a root of 1/6. One of the symptoms of Radical 6 infection is an overwhelming urge to commit suicide. Research has shown that it would probably respond to the right sort of antiviral medication, but no one has been able to develop one yet. Nearby towns are filled with the corpses of people who took their own lives. The uninfected have only barely managed to survive and have been sent into underground shelters supervised by the government.
Oh Lord, please. Let their future be a bright one.
Their future. Multiple timelines.
Yeah, the ones stuck in the quarantine things.
Nah, multiverse. Fi shut the journal with a soft slap. A sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Tenmyuji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. The pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything. And for several long moments the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
Let's go scan her.
We've got a problem. It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
Oh!
Oh, 10 minutes.
Oh no! Yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet.
Oh, do you feel bad now for swapping Luna in for Alice? Like Luna's still there?
Alice wakes up and tells her to not fill up on bread rolls if you're going to a buffet. Good point.
Warm bread rolls are so good though.
There's a high chance I will actually die from exploding from overeating if I ever go to a place and they have a breadstick or bread rolls with butter buffet. Like imagine all you can eat garlic bread.
I'm quite sure there's something like a bread restaurant where you can have like different types of bread.
I hope if there is, I will never find it.
Maybe we should start.
I hope they will get shit tons of money and they will have lovely lives, all of them, because that's an amazing concept. But I hope I will never encounter that place. I will never get the chance to go there.
Let's start our own bread cafe.
No, that's a horrible idea. Exactly.
Fi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Look at Dio.
Just now noticed that, did you?
Being all logical.
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover. We need to go.
If Luna and Clover have the color cyan and they are a pair, does that make them Siamese twins? I'm sorry, it popped up in my head and I had to say it.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Olive Garden has unlimited breadsticks with dipping sauce now. Oh, that sounds so bad.
I would like to go to Olive Garden once. I hear good things about it, but we don't have one here.
Yeah, if at some point we when at some point we get to travel the USA, we will go to an Olive Garden just so I can eat my body's weight in unlimited breadsticks.
Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she?
You just had to keep going until the salt shrinks your mouth until disuse. It's horrible but realistic.
You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please. You're right. Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you.
Finally somebody realizes it. The people that did this are to blame for all of the horrible shit happening. Thank you.
I mean, it's the only one she can point at now.
Unlimited soup and salad too for cheap.
That's not bad.
How do they make money?
I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then with a determined frown she strode out of the room.
Alright, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse.
Move.
Oh, right. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right?
Yeah.
Oh, at least Quark can stay with him this run.
Exactly, leave him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room. Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
Shouldn't we at least put Alice on one of the beds?
I guess? I don't know.
Well, a bit late now, but...
Question is, what state is Quark in now? And what's happened to old dead lady?
At some point, well, but that lady's still laying there. But at some point, Quark is gonna have to wake up.
Quark!
Hey!
Oh, he woke up!
He put his hat back on. Nice.
You're awake!
Yeah, I just woke up. Hey! Where's everybody else?
I hate it when Quark does this creepy lurch. Like Gollum almost.
And the looking up, it gives a scary...
Like the...
Scary thingy.
I'm gonna stab you in the butt when you're looking.
Oh god. Quark.
At least he's finally awake, even though they have no time to talk about this.
What state Quark's in? The place you store horses. No, Nevada.
Don't get him.
Well, the joke Bedinsus was going for, stable. But we learned earlier, I had it reiterated to us, that there are 2 of these places for the Nonary Game. One on Mars, potentially, and one in Nevada again. So what state is Quark in? Nevada. And now that I've explained the joke, it stopped having any chance of being funny. There are horses in Nevada? Probably some rich guy has some. Tenmyuji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tenmyuji let out a cry and threw his arms around him.
I'm very happy for him.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
They're happy tears.
How sweet.
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tenmyuji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief, and I could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time.
Guys, cry later. Run now.
Tenmyuji deserved a few minutes. I left him alone.
A few minutes? We had 10 minutes when we left Alice.
So... don't be that person. Wow. Can you believe Tifa?
I mean, yes. They can continue this in the room.
Yeah, we have 10 minutes to walk to the doors. Chill.
No, it was 10 minutes when we left Alice.
Chill.
We have like 5 minutes now.
We moved 2 floors, like 2 hallways.
Well, that's a lot.
Easy. At last, Tenmyuji seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine, then you're fine.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay?
How did he involve him?
What exactly is Quark?
So, where's everybody else?
Take it.
Mr. Sigma's here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
Don't shame Sigma for his idle moves like he's running.
Well...
flexing. I believe Quark is a boy. A lad even. A wee little lad. Nah, I think there's more. I think he's like a clone or something. Maybe like a clone of Ten's son. Something like that.
Going further and further.
There's something with the kid.
Let's try to get to the end.
Looking creepy occasionally.
He's not gonna be a clone of his son.
Just you wait. I will revel in your expression. What if Quark is 7? Could be a clone of 7. I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tenmyuji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
Now.
6 minutes.
6? What are you talking about?
6 minutes passed.
Yeah? Like they said, give him a moment. Why do you hate love? Well, we've got about 4 minutes until the primary doors open.
Oh, that's not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me.
Off we go.
See? Happy now? Now we're running around the place.
Finally. Everyone's like, oh, he's awake.
I mean, they should be happy about this.
Let's close up to the button, made me believe that door wouldn't open.
Kind of, yeah.
And now the rest is all dead. That was a long...
Whenever a game has like a screen to like fade to black transition that lasts just a second longer than I anticipated, I get like nervous. Did the game crash? Is something happening?
There we go.
Ding.
How do we now go? How do we now know who goes in which white door? Or doesn't matter?
5 minutes.
The question is, does it matter?
Where the hell have you been? Quark?
You're awake.
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute.
Now Kay doesn't need to choose betray.
What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent.
We'll talk about this later. We first have these rooms to do.
It will make sense when you're older.
Frozen reference, for those that don't know.
Frozen 2. From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. you're more likely to just miss the extremities.
I mean, sure.
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't really have a counter-argument, so Senador it is.
It doesn't really matter in the end, so I might as well go along.
Out of all the things Dio could have said, he chose one that makes him more of a dick.
We could go with the one on the left. Is that okay? I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
I think at this point, just go in one.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
Also, this is the first one where we went with the same person in a whole branch.
It's true.
The door on the right. Any objections?
Yes.
Nah.
Alright, let's move.
Just got to your first white door escape room. Yes! Don't know what exactly that will mean for us, but yes!
If we actually get to do it.
To be continued.
We've been at this point before.
Hurry it up, Fi. This thing's gonna close.
30 seconds. Chill.
I know.
I miss Zero Jr. kind of.
It's time we were going.
It's been a long time since we've seen him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sure.
Not counting the blow-up doll in the pack room.
That doesn't count now.
Come on, guys. There's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0.
Ending.
Chromatic doors closing.
To be continued.
Bloop.
Scanning. Not an elevator as I first thought. Quark hasn't noticed Alice missing yet. And that's a good thing.
I think too many people at once, the stress.
Yeah.
Oh, we actually do get to a
Director's
room.
office.
Didn't it say doctor's office?
No, director's.
Oh. We actually did go past one. Does that mean the flow got
There's
bigger?
a lion eating the sun.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, there is no
Okay.
longer path yet.
I kind of expected this to be now like whoop, and then we just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and there's more stuff. But okay.
Maybe after.
But the question, what's this place, is a beautiful moment to cut this.
I'm surprised we got to see it past.
Do we do the room or does it end now? It ends now. Boo!
It's
Boo!
10 o'clock, Psycho.
Boo!
But which lion is it? The 6th.
Oh, wait, Motenard, you might be right, because the thing only says the 9th lion. Nah, I think it's...
Well, that wasn't his thingy. Your thingy was every lion.
Every time we
is
see a lion,
route.
it's a bad end.
Yeah.
Hidden path until you enter it and to not spoil which parts on the floor are more important routes.
I have no clue what you mean, but I guess we'll find out.
But the game doesn't tell us.
Oh, like that.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Especially since I don't think this is the true ending path. Like,
when we
can only get that after we've done the rest, we've been told multiple times. So I have a strong feeling that for these, they just don't tell you how much is left. Because
well, we're gonna find out once
from that you
we're
could
out
infer
of this
for
room.
the other routes, but you will find out something interesting in this room. So you get to a specific point in the path, a certain part of flow can extend. Yeah, like with the first game. Okay.
Yeah, we did see that coming. I'm guessing we'll find out once we're out of this room.
The only game where I had a similar experience to when the rest of a flow unlocked in 999 was Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Spoilers, not really a spoiler. Actually, spoilers. The game is like over 20 years old by now, but so Tifa, for you, you play through the game, and I think that's actually necessary to finish the game.
I feel spoiled already.
You explore this entire castle, when at some point you realized you've only explored half because there's a copy of the castle but inverted.
Oh, that sounds kind of annoying, honestly.
I mean, it's very similar to playing 999, and when you go, oh cool, now the game actually continues. This is the trending route, and when you check the flowchart and suddenly.
Yeah, but depending on the game, that can be really annoying, and it's not like, oh, I'm doing an exact copy. I'm doing something else.
Well, it's not like 1-to-1. It's literally mirrored. The castle is standing on its roof. So like all the rooms are like copied, but like reversed, like mirrored.
Okay, yeah, fair.
I said copied, mirrored. It's literally a mirror image of like the first thing. That was a really nice thing. Harmony of Dissonance had a neat twist in the middle of it. Haven't played that one, I think. It will happen on routes where you go for one of a white door, everything past them is hidden until you actually start doing the puzzle. After you're done, not sure right now. So we will see at some point.
We'll find out.
We'll get there when we get there.
We'll probably see on Sunday when we will continue Virtue's Last Reward.
Yes. I wonder what the last reward is actually gonna be. Also, which virtue? There's multiple.
Sigmas. I don't know. Well, we'll find out on Sunday. For now, we're gonna call it a night. I hope everyone has an awesome start into their weekend. My plan will be great. You're a boo.
I am quoting Honest Psycho there.
Can't go on forever.
See, there again. Boo. Boo.
12-hour stream?
No. No, I am warm and I am looking forward to taking off my shirt. And I'm not gonna do that while the camera is running because I am warm.
I mean, I can point it up a little bit.
I'll quickly get into the open. Boo! I'm flattered, thank you. I'll quickly go into OBS and make like this overlay thing that is like roughly here on the screen. But like
tiny
blurry.
sensor.
No, blurry. Oh yeah, wait, first I was.
Oh no, we do the movie one. I
nips.
go like stretch.
Oh yeah, convenient censoring. So like.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's Friday night, I guess getting some booze is appropriate. Nice one.
Always is. Said by the ones who don't really.
Yeah, you do you.
Sitting straight.
Since Tifa already did what she considers a segue into the end of the stream.
I thought it was a good segue.
Nah, it still doesn't quite have a ring to it. You're doing your best. I appreciate it.
You're just complaining.
I'm not gonna press the button.
Poor John.
Wait. Not spoiling game, never explaining game. Do you want to get explanation for the title?
Nah, not right now.
After we're finished with the game.
When we're done, if it isn't clear yet, then.
Yes. I hope someone is enjoying my puns. I am.
Everyone enjoys puns, don't
Yes.
worry.
The more they make me groan, the better they are. Puns are, and my stomach seems to agree, puns are like magic in fantasy. They are spoken words with the power to have a physical reaction. A good pun will make me flinch.
I mean, yeah, but I didn't really like your... What's called euphemism?
Euphemism.
I was close.
Stable, Joe. Thank you, right clip. Now I'm gonna press the button and then I will tell Tifa about hot glue.
Oh yeah.
Thank you everybody for hanging out with us. We'll be back on Sunday with more Virtue's Last Reward. See you then. Bye.
Bye.